Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Flank. I'm joined by the one and only, the executive producer, Mr. Benjay Nassim. We got the multi-world champion. He's an icon. He's a legend. Give it up for Patty P, a.k.a. Eggs. We got Christopher Duarte, another world champion. He's got all the analytics, all the stats. One of the smartest to ever do it. And, of course, we got the human turret, the world champ himself, the newest member, newest co-host of The Flank, Sam LaRue, a.k.a. Octane. Yeah. So don't
Holy
talk
shit.
bad. What's going on, everybody?
Right,
What's
baby.
going on, baby? Sam, so let's start with you, bro. Let's start with you, man. Sam, how you feeling, brother? How you feeling right now?
I'm fantastic. I'm absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait to do this tier list. This is going to be the best content, I think, of the season so far.
We got
This
This is going to be a lot of
good
level-headed
episode.
takes. Reddit is going to react quite well to this, I believe.
This might be a trolley episode. We're gonna have some fun today. We're gonna do a tier list, and we're also gonna be picking names out of the 2 trophies that are on Ben and Gersh's left and right. What do we got over there, Ben? The Halo Worlds trophy, and what else is over there? What is that?
This is a Halo Dallas championship, and that is Halo Worlds.
I actually like the Halo World Trophy.
That's nice.
Tom, you didn't intro
It's
Gersh.
a really like solid.
Nah, I
construction,
actually,
like,
honestly, I thought I was running out of time with the music. I thought it was gonna cut off, so I was
we,
gonna wait.
we wanted to use
Doing a phenomenal job on socials, as
We
always.
wanted to use the CS trophy, like the Cologne trophy's right behind me, but it's dude, like you like in order to fish stuff out of that bowl, you gotta stick your like whole hand in there, like arm included. Like it's too deep.
It's a big trophy, yeah.
It's a huge. It's also heavy as fuck.
Pat, how you feeling, bro? How's work going? How you doing? What's going on with you, bro? What's happening?
I'm good. It's Thanksgiving week, so a lot of people out in general and all. I think game dev across the board, but it's a good week. Got Thursday and Friday off, but yeah, man, just doing what I gotta do.
Hell yeah, Patty P, a.k.a. The Slay. And of course, we got Christopher Duarte, a.k.a. Parasite. Yo, Chris, how you doing, bro? You been playing the game? You been grinding or what?
Yeah, I've been grinding, getting familiar with everything. I've been playing some old man 8s with Nate Shaw and the crew, playing some
Yeah, how are
BPL
those?
8s. It's been fun, man. Shout out to Breaking Point as well for the platform. I think a lot of the pros have been digging it. So I mean, you've probably been watching a lot of the pros play their scrims and the watch parties watching the 8s. So yeah, it's been fun, man.
No, I've been actually watching a little bit because I'm in the group chat with you guys, like the old men group chat where they get 8s going every day. I think I've seen like Josiah in those and Apathy and fucking Symphony. I see Symphony running around with a keyboard and mouse. You guys seen Symphony in that tournament with the snipe?
Yeah,
That was
I
different.
saw Symphony in that tournament.
Did you see?
Saw him a lot.
I saw Symphony.
What happened, Ben?
Did you see FaZe Rain's video? His little.
I did
101
see
with
FaZe.
Sid?
I see Norton's video as well. Some chirps going on between him
some good
and
chirps.
Symphony. Nah, it was good, man. Honestly, the way he moves on a mouse and keyboard is pretty typical. He was actually
Definitely.
keeping up in like Respawn with like the controller players like in multiplayer. I feel like that's difficult. I feel like that's pretty hard to do. But
Did you have you guys played in the Breaking Point? Any of you played in the Breaking Point 8 stuff?
Yeah, I have.
I've watched it, but I haven't had time to play yet. That's pretty cool, huh, Pat?
Well, I noticed something crazy. Tom, where's the best place for me to send you a link? Your chat?
Yeah, you can just put it in my chat.
All right, I'm gonna drop it in your chat for you, Tom.
Okay.
Something I noticed that I wanted to bring up because I thought it was really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Every year, especially before we get into this tier list, I think it's relevant. I dropped it in your chat, Tom. So if you bring this up on stream, this
I
is the
know what he's gonna bring up.
leaderboard
I know
for the Breaking Point 8s, I believe.
nah.
And so what I did, Tom, I was just scrolling through, and then for some reason I scrolled all the way to
Spit
the
it out, bro.
bottom.
Shotzi's 0-5. Spit it out.
And I saw a superstar, a supposed superstar down there in the depths, the bottom of the depths down there. And so I'm really interested by that because I thought Modern Warfare 3 had the movement back and all this. So it's just interesting to me, Tom. I mean, I saw this coming, but I did think that was interesting. I wanted to share.
Does anybody else agree with Pat?
No, bro. It's the beginning of the fucking.
The Shotzi season
The
is
Breaking
chalked because he's
Point
0-5 in the Breaking Point League. Absolutely, I agree.
21.
Hey, he's got the lowest MMR. That's all I'm saying.
Something for me.
I mean, listen, I don't know. How do they do the MMR? Is it just it's strictly off wins, right?
I got this. It's strictly off wins. You win a game, you get 25 points. You lose a game, you lose 18. If you go on sprees, I don't know exactly how they do it, but they give you bonus points.
Okay, so if you
Zach
want,
is 12-9.
yeah, he has been
he
probably
loves
the
it.
biggest grinder, right? He's played a lot of series.
Yeah.
Honestly, on BPL after scrims, you gotta respect it. My man lives and breathes COD. But I
Listen,
think,
men
shout
lie,
out-
women lie. Stats don't. That's all I'm saying.
Damn.
Pat's ridiculous point aside, I mean, listen, shout out Breaking Point and Easy Mac for putting this together.
Sick. This is sick.
I know he's already done the EU version of the queue, and he's already done like sort of the next tier below with amateur queue. So peep Easy Mac's Twitter. He's been kind of putting updates as they kind of change things along with BPL. But I think once we finish, I know there's the Optic tournament going on right now. I assume once our show's done, I think the BPL queue will probably be popping for some late night eights.
Yeah, 100%, bro. This is fire. Huge shout out to Breaking Point. I heard that Easy Mac had this idea for like a really long time, and finally he was able to get it going. So huge shout out to Easy Mac and everybody over at Breaking Point that have been getting that going. But what do you guys say we hop into this tier list and just jump right into it? Obviously, we got to pick teams. We have a big tournament tomorrow, guys. $75,000 on the line. We're splitting up the pro players. It's all CDL pros. We got every single player to get into this tournament. We're going to split the bowl up. We're going to have AR duos in one bowl and sub duos in another bowl. Ben's going to pick names. Everyone combine them to make a team. So it's going to be a lot of good teams being made, I think. I think it's going to be interesting to see who gets picked with each other and who's going to have to play with each other. And also $75,000 on the line. So it's a lot of cash, man. A lot of money that these guys are going to be playing for. So we'll see what happens there. But let's hop into the tier list. Let's switch on over. I feel like these tier list episodes always get a little crazy. I think how we're basically going to do it is based off of last year and from what we've seen this year. I think that's fair, right? From what we've seen, it's hard because I feel like we haven't seen everybody this year.
Yeah, teams have a bit more sample size than others, but we'll do our best.
Yeah, we'll do our best to see what we can do here, you know, and where we're going to put these teams. Let's start with the first team on our list. We got Boston Breach. I'll start with Boston. I actually think Boston has been playing really well from what I've seen. And I really like the Snoopy and Capsule duo. That duo looks like they seem to be meshing like pretty well with each other right now. I just feel like they're a very aggressive team. Like watching them play with each other, they're definitely pushing that pace. And they also have been doing pretty good in the S&D tournaments. From what I've seen, it looks like they're getting along with each other and they're playing with each other pretty well. I actually think this is a team that can sneak up into that top four maybe during the season if they continue to keep playing as well as they are. I don't know what you guys think. But Sam, we'll start with you. We'll go down the list. Go ahead.
I like the sub duo a lot. I think Capsule, from what I've seen thus far in the early S&D tourneys and the early scrims, I think that he's been pretty standout. Same with Snoopy. So I'm high on their sub duo. Their scrims have actually been 50-50 from what I've seen that's been streamed. They haven't been like really smashing and they haven't been getting shit on. They're just kind of riding the middle ground. Mm-hmm. Are we ranking them right away? Like, am I giving where I would put them?
Yeah, if you want to throw them in a rank. I mean, a lot of people in the chat are saying B, C. B for Breach.
Throw them in B for Breach.
Any objections? Anybody in here that disagrees?
No, I think B is a fair spot for them. Unless Chris disagrees, like I think these guys feel like they're going to slot nicely in that top 6, probably top 8 spot. And they're one of those teams that I think is prime to maybe squeeze that top 4. I don't know if they're ready for that yet. But they've got the pieces, and I like what I've seen so far as the build with the squad. But go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say, yeah, you guys are talking about the sub duo. I like it, but on like just from playing against them in like some 8s and kind of just watching, I think Slasher is gonna be great on this game. I think this game fits him. Like he's been rotating, he's been hitting some rotations from hell in these 8s, so I can only imagine he's probably doing the same in scrims. And then Priesta. I think I've been a little bit surprised by Priesta because I mean, you can't doubt his winning capabilities and what he brings to a team, but he's been actually slamming a bit too. So they've been looking pretty good. I'd put him at B as well.
I said this the other day, but Preston, I feel like this game fits his playstyle because he has a do-it-all AR. It's kind of like a Maddox where he could just it fits him a little. Like I feel like he could take over with that and kind of get comfortable with it. But and I agree, Chris. I feel like Preston's been playing really good from what I've seen. I thought he's been doing his thing. Pat, what do you think?
I object.
Oh shit!
I have not watched a ton of them. I will admit. Mm-hmm. But again, I now that I think more about it, I don't know if I'm confident in this Capsule Priesta turnaround season.
Turnaround. Preston just won champs.
Preston, I was going to say, he just won 3 events.
Turnaround from a world championship?
Yeah, I mean, he was the worst player on that team. Yeah, he won champs, but I think we understand he was the worst player on the team. That's why he got dropped.
He wasn't along for the bus ride, though,
Capsule,
the way you're phrasing it.
Listen, I'm phrasing it how I'm phrasing it. I personally, I'm going to call this early. I don't think Breach is going to have a successful season, especially to where we think and know their standards are. I anticipate this being the first team to make a roster change.
Really? I don't
Wow.
agree with that person. I don't
Well,
agree.
the first team to make a
disagree.
roster change was Miami Heretics.
Once December starts.
Okay.
I don't agree with that. I actually don't. I think Boston's been looking good. I actually think they're a team that could potentially actually work
Pat,
out.
what's your hypothesis? Why are they going to make a change?
Sam, I just have this. I kind of have this instinct.
So we're fucking yapping.
No. It's the same thing with like how I called the 4 out of the 5 major winners last year.
That is true. I'll stand on. I'll tip that. I'll still tip it till the day I
It's
die.
just one of those.
One
Of those
I'll respect that till the day I
The
die.
fact he did that
I mean,
was
I
crazy.
didn't expect Scrappy was gonna go into the finals and get absolutely
crazy.
slammed.
Damn.
But look, I like all these guys on the breach. I'm calling. I got a feeling that they're going to be the first one to make a roster change because I think they are trying to build this winning, culture, this winning environment, and I just don't think they're going to see results. And I think as soon as there's an opportunity, it always happens, right? There's always an opportunity to get a better player early in the season. I think they're gonna be the first one to grab at it.
Okay.
All right. So right now we have him in the B tier. I think majority. I personally have him in B as well. I feel like majority of us have it in B. We'll do the rest of the list. We'll kind of see how it plays out. Of course, no team is safe until the tier list is officially over. Then we'll see where we have them. But let's move on to the next team. This team, Carolina. We've seen these guys play a lot. They have been streaming everything. Clayster's been live every single day. I think today might have been the last day he was streaming scrims. I think they might start turning off the streams, but they've been looking pretty good. I think Gwyn's definitely been doing his thing. I definitely feel like Gwyn was
My rookie of the year right there, baby.
Yeah, Sam, you have him as rookie of the year.
My rookie of the year.
And from watching, he's definitely a slay heavy player. Like he can get kills for sure. Like he's been doing his thing. I'm really excited to see GodRX got another opportunity to get back in there because I feel like in challengers he's kind of been mopping the floor. Like he's been doing his thing down there. So for him to get another opportunity to come back in here and make a name for himself, I like it. And then I feel like Clay has Real. It's hard. He's been playing from 110 ping, but to be fair.
He's been keeping up.
He has been keeping up from 120 ping. Like it's it's impressive to see him top fragging some maps on 110 ping. Like that's kind of crazy to me. And Clay's obviously Clay, right? Like he's bringing the energy in the scrims. Like he's getting everybody on the same page. Obviously he gets frustrated sometimes, but I feel like that's what Clay brings to the table. Like he brings that emotion. Like he gets everybody locked in and focusing. That's one thing I love about Clay. Is he's going hard every day. So. What do you guys think? Where would you guys have him? I'm personally probably gonna have him around where Boston is, like somewhere in the middle.
They absolutely. I'm
slammed
pretty sure
Boston
they
today, apparently.
annihilated Boston. We watched it, Tom. They were pooping on Boston today a little bit.
Yeah, they were. Go ahead, Chris.
So they got to be above us.
I was gonna say I put these guys in A just for how ahead they are.
I would put them in A as well.
It is
They're
crazy.
ahead, right? They're
Clay's
ahead,
team,
but-
Clay's
No,
team
they're
is
very
Clay's
ahead
team
now,
is
but-
ahead right now. I think
I
Clay's
would
team
put
is
them
ahead
A's
right now.
wild.
I would put them in
What?
low B. I put them
How's
above
A wild?
above
They've been-
Breach and B or low A.
I put
How's-
above Boston and B.
Bro, they wiped Optic.
How's A
Hasn't everyone
wild?
wiped
Like
Optic?
the way they've been playing, they are definitely A right now. The way they've been playing. Maybe it won't pan out later, but I think A's
If
fine.
we're
I
doing
think-
a
I think
current
we're-
tier
I
list,
think
they are
we're-
in A.
They are in
we're-
A in a current tier
we're
list.
seeding too heavy into a week and a half of scrims. Like they've had a good start, but like people are going to start to get reps and they're going to come back. I think high B is where they're going to net before the season starts. Which
I
is
put them.
we
I would
don't
put them in
lot.
B over Boston or low A.
Listen, I'm gonna
I think
be
it's
honest.
crazy. I think
Yeah,
high B is the best spot.
I get where you guys are coming from, where you guys think they're just gonna like see into like a B or like the middle of the pack based on like the organization's history. But dude, they have an entirely different roster of people that we haven't even seen play in the league at all for the most part. And GodRX was also good on Rocker on LAN before that whole team imploded. And Clay's the only person that we've actually had a recent sample size. We're judging them off of last year.
Let's
The only thing-
let's go to Ben here, and then we'll go to Pat. Ben, what do you think? You agree with Chris on this or no?
I think I've watched a lot of Carolina. I still think watching them play control, they don't take the game mode as serious as Hardpoint. We just listen. We gotta like be mindful of like teams like Optic that have played like 3 days of scrims in total against a Carolina team was one of the first teams to scrim. Like they are playing really well, but they're gonna come back to the pack. I think they are in a great spot right now to be a top 6 team going into the first event, which is great for them. If they can get a head start on getting points early in the season, it's going to be really key for them to make champs. But I think putting them in A is just going to age so poorly on our end.
What do you think?
To be
Pat?
fair,
Or go ahead,
okay,
Sam. You
sorry.
can go. You can
I
go.
was
Sam.
gonna say, to be fair, control's like not even playable
Chris?
right now. Like it's
Well,
like
they still got to figure it out, though.
it's
like,
really
to-
bad.
Yeah, they're just going to wait and not, like, you've got to figure out.
No,
control. I
I'm
don't
not
care,
saying.
like-
I mean, obviously, but we're judging them off of game mode that is practically unplayable, like for the most part.
We can talk all we want about the third map. Like we talked about that on the last show, but like,
That's fine.
Dude, there's still a game mode to play, and like, learning how to break that first point on Karachi and like Invasion. Like, I've watched them play Control, and they look very iffy at the game mode. We haven't seen them play a lot of Search. I want to see Real play the North American connection because I tipped the guy playing overseas. I'd be losing composure. Again, I think they're playing really well right now. I just think it's too much copium for us to put them in A. I think we're waiting the week and a half of scrims a little bit.
I don't even think they're playing as well as you guys are making it seem.
I think top of B is good.
They've been like splitting maps. Like they've had their good moments, they had their bad moments. But obviously, I agree. Real's on 110 ping, so you know it's not really like a good representation of who they are. But I personally was thinking B tier here. The poll came in the chat. B tier was over about 50%. A few people were saying C tier. To like 18 or 17% was C tier. I mean, I wouldn't put them down there. I mean, Pat, what do you think? What would you do with these guys?
This is one team that I've watched a few of these scrims just because Clay was streaming. I mean, maybe I just watched the wrong games, but like I have not seen anything of them dominating the way you guys are making it seem. I think I watched them scrim Ultra. They split maps like a little bit, but like I haven't seen anything crazy to say they're in an A tier spot. I think agree. They just slammed Boston. I think we can take that recency and just for this case put them above them. But there's no way they're in A. I don't think.
Sure. I personally will put them in B tier. Sam, what do you have? Because me and Pat probably have them B. Ben,
I'm not saying either high B or low A. They're above Boston and B, or they're low A. One or the other.
I'm thinking above Boston and B for now. I think that's where we should keep them. I'm okay with either
one of those.
All right, let's keep them there. Let's put them there for now. And then we got the Los Angeles Guerrillas. Obviously, a little bit of controversy here with this team. They were switching rosters last second, but they ended up. I haven't seen these guys play literally.
I haven't seen a lick of this.
I haven't seen them at all.
I've seen a little. I've seen a little, and they look like a team that just formed. So, like, I would not expect a lot of LAG. I think early on this season. Now they could be one of these teams that maybe they win a surprise series or two at this first land and maybe sneak a top 8. But I think, unfortunately, based on talent, the fact that a couple of these players, were in the league last year, like Assault, and didn't play particularly good, I think we got to put them in D. Do you guys feel otherwise?
I don't have anything to say otherwise. I don't know a singular thing about this roster.
Yeah.
So I can't even argue on their behalf.
I don't even know much about Estrel. I'm not really too sure how he's going to come into this roster and be a difference. And then you look at some of the other players. I mean, they've been here, done that. They've been with this team. They're kind of like cycling those players. I mean, these guys came from their academy team as well. Personally, like my hopes aren't high for them. I'm going to be honest. I'm probably going to put them at D. I'll probably put them down there. But what do you guys think? Anybody agree? Anybody object? Anything?
I'm fine with D.
Fine with that.
D for Dookie. Let's keep it moving.
All right, LA Thieves. Coming up next. Let's see what LA Thieves could do. I've been watching Thieves play a little bit. I've been liking watching them play. One player that has really impressed me a lot since watching is Dan Ghosty. Bro, he has been shooting on this game. And Sam, I hear you in the background. You agree with me on that. I mean, Sam, you've been watching a lot of scrims and shit. Dan's been playing really good, bro. He's been doing.
I like Dan on this team because he's doing what he was doing in Challengers for this roster, and not so much what he was doing on Optic. Which is why I was so high on Dan last year, is because he like really switched up pretty much everything he was doing when he came up from Challengers to the CDL, and now he's going back to that more like stat-oriented gameplay style that he was on in Challengers that Chris knows a lot more about as well. Yeah. But yeah, Dan's been fucking killing it. I don't know so much about their scrims. I'm more so talking about the early S&D tournaments that they were streaming. I've seen like a couple of reps in scrims, but so far they've looked honestly really good.
Yeah. What do you think, Chris?
Pretty much agree with Sam. I mean, I think Dan's been looking really good. Played some mates with him. He's the one that got me my first 2 wins. He's really good. But I'm just happy that he's obviously, at least for now, showing that he's not just the hill kitten, not just the guy that's going to come. Like, he can do a little bit of everything because he's obviously in a position to do more. So I agree with Sam.
Pat, have you watched Thieves team at all? I don't know how much screen time they've had. Dan Ghosty's had his stream up a little bit. Honestly, a few of them have. I don't know if you tuned into any scrims or seen them in any tournaments. What do you think?
I haven't watched them directly. I did see I didn't watch them, but I watched I think when Dan, one of his teammates, were playing in 8s. I saw that, but yeah, I mean, look, we've talked about this team from the beginning. Like, do we believe that they have enough talent on this roster? Like, Cammy's coming off pretty abysmal last couple years.
I mean, they have 2 prove-it players for sure.
I think they have enough talent.
I think the whole team is a prove-it situation. You got Joe coming off the team last year that was
Everyone
a shit
but Dan,
show,
I would agree.
and he's got potential. Dan actually also is a prove-it situation because I thought he was solid and optic in that role, and now he's getting put into more of a comfortable situation. Is he going to thrive, or is he going to, come back to the pack on that? I think they're all hungry, and I think that's why, this is a team combo with what they have around them. They have a lot of stability. Like, I think they're off to a really good start, and they're a team I expect to, I think, probably surprise some casual people in this first split, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're making it deep on the weekend at the first tournament.
I think Thieves are my sleeper team for this year. They're like a young core, but they have a lot of talent. I'm just waffling at this point, but point is, like, we're talking about a franchise that had Mud Dog, and now they have dogs in the mud. Whoever him is, he's a lucky man because Dan Ghosty is fucking him.
Did
you
Dude.
write that down? Like,
No.
this guy was what he
I
thinking
hear
about.
you on fucking
I
him.
feel like
Good
Gersh
comms,
was
Gersh.
thinking about what to say for like 5 minutes, and then that's what he came up
I
with.
hear
but
you on fucking
those were
him.
decent bars at a Gersh.
Where would you put them here? Where would you put them here, guys? A or B? The polls came in from the community. A won the poll, so the
I
community
think they're
voted
gonna
for
be
A
low A
here.
because we got to figure out like New York,
A
Toronto,
is
optic.
crazy.
I was thinking B too. I was gonna
But
put him on
Yeah.
B.
I did it too. Well, from my personal opinion, I did a tier list on my channel like last week, and I had them in my like sort of top 6, which is sort of the
Try to
equivalent
put
of
everybody in B.
A/B. So it's just really where you guys want to put them, high B, low A. Like I'm fine either way.
Yeah, I'm thinking high B personally, or I was thinking like maybe even mid B, like maybe in between Boston and Carolina. Do you guys agree with me on that? Or?
No, they're gonna be
No.
better. They're better than both those.
I
teams.
have a feeling
Oh,
we're gonna
Button.
have a lot of B teams with
Yeah,
the way
we
this
are.
like tier
But
set.
I think
tier
they're
list is set up.
both Carolina and Boston.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because for what it's worth, FaZe stream scrims against them and they split maps. If
Based
that
on the
means
chat
if you
says
guys
high
care.
B,
But
and I think he might be on something.
shout out Gersh, fucking him.
Yeah, Gersh is, I don't even know, bro.
We told him not to be
I
trolling.
told
before
him
the
not to
show.
That
troll
was
and to be
facts,
professional
bro.
to the show, and he started trolling. Heretics. Coming up next now. I'm gonna be honest. I'm so confused with this team. I was even messaging Vickle like, "Yo, what roles?" Because we have to pick between ARs and subs. I messaged him. I was like, "Yo, who's running what?" And then come to find out, Metals isn't on the team anymore.
No, it's Eric
Or
Boom.
sorry,
Eric
Eric
Boom's
Boom's
on
not
the
on the
team.
team anymore, and
suck
Metals
now.
is coming in.
No, Juan was coming.
No,
in for
Juan's
Eric
coming in.
Boom.
Okay,
Journey.
so who's running what role on this team?
What did Vickle tell you?
Vickle, I'm pretty sure Vickle told me he's running an AR, but that like confused me because I could have sworn Vickle was a
That's
sub
what
player.
you heard, right?
That's what I heard from a rotation.
From
Okay,
the
okay.
amateurs.
Metals is sick, so Eric is gonna play in place of him. So it's in the end, it's Eric and Journey as subs, Lucky and me as ARs. So Lucky and Vickle are the ARs, and then Eric, Boom, and Journey are the subs. So that confused me. That confused me because I thought Vickle was on a sub, and it just kind of like I was a little like confused by that. Did you guys know
Listen.
Vickle was an AR, or am I tripping?
Yeah,
I know he could use
assumed he
both.
could run an AR. I mean, look, the Florida team's got a very weird problem that none of the other teams in the league essentially have, outside of I think the Seattle moving to Vancouver situation, which is all those guys are immigrating here other than Vickle, and they got to get used to living in NA. And like on top of that, they don't know what their best core of these 5 players are. I mean, they may even require them bringing somebody else in. I think this is a team that may not be super practiced or super ahead in the beginning of the year, and we just got to be patient with them. Like, to me, I look at this project is almost like a 2-year project, and maybe they'll find it in the middle of the season, but I think they're gonna be pretty low on this tier list to start.
Well,
gonna lie.
Pat, where would you put these guys? Well, let's go with you on this one. The poll's coming in, and the poll is C tier. For majority of the votes came in C tier. C tier heavy. What do you think?
I mean, I'm not high on this team at all. Vic one on AR is weird. I thought we kind of all talked about this last season. Like he started frying at the end of last season as a sub. To me, there's no reason these guys are better than Gorillas. If you want me to be honest. So I'm gonna say they're D.
You'd put them in
No,
D tier.
I think they'll be better than LAG, because there's one thing you can count on the Spanish boys, that their teamwork will be better. I just don't know if being better than LAG still has them high D or C.
Sam, was it you saying that they're gonna have that weird, just like Spanish teamwork?
I
Remember,
thought
all the
they-
Spanish
I was
teams are always
actually-
cracked, bro.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching them for what we were watching to start the game. It seemed like they just not necessarily were playing optimally, but they were just working their situational as well. But now with the roster change, I'm kind of low on that. I don't know what the reasoning for the change is, and I don't think anyone does. But
Yeah, well, he
I
did-
liked them prior to it. You could tell they were working together well. But now I kind of agree with Pat at this point.
Okay, so that's why I was confused, Ben, because he said Metals is very sick. So Eric is gonna play. That's why I said Metals is. That's why I was confused. I remember him saying something about Metals, which hopefully Metals is okay and everything's all right.
I think Eric actually got benched.
Yeah,
For
the
Metals,
actual roster. Yeah,
Metals
the
now
actual
sits
roster
Eric is
change
filling
was
in.
Journey.
Yeah, the actual
for,
roster change happened.
Eric Boom.
But Eric's is coming in because Metals can't play the tournament
Okay,
tomorrow.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
But who knows? This roster can change another 2 times before this, and I kind of expected this with this situation with the Spanish team. That's why they announced 5. Like I figured that they didn't know what their best comp these 5 players are, and it might take them a while to figure it out.
Yeah, and I mean they'll always have him on the sideline as well to bring in if things aren't working. I mean I'm down to keep him at a C tier for now. I know Pat wanted them in D tier. I mean Ben, Chris, and Sam, where would you guys put him? The poll has him at C.
I would put him at C just because of expectations, but I will say that I'm pretty sure Heretics played really well against Ravens in like a scrim where I think they took the map count pretty convincingly.
Yeah.
So at the very least, there's some signs of life there. But like I
It's
said,
not
I
the
have
same roster anymore.
Yeah, I have not watched much of their gameplays, but that's one thing that I did see.
All right. All right, we'll keep him in C from now, unless there's any other objections other than Pat. Is there anybody else?
Nope.
All righty. We'll keep them in C. Ben, make sure, too, for the pieces of paper, you switch up their names. If you don't have the names correct, it's going to be Lucky and Vickle on the ARs and Eric Boom and Journey
I'll
on
have
the
to go through
subs.
all these, so I'll figure
No,
out.
just remember it.
Yeah, or just have Gersh just do it real quick and just find
Lucky,
them. and
Vickle,
just-
Metals, Eric Boom. Or sorry, Eric
Metals
Boom
and
and
Eric for the
Journey.
subs. Okay, I'll figure that out.
Yeah, we could figure
We
it out
don't,
as
bro,
we
we
go.
don't have to just remember it, dog. We're
I'm
good.
gonna go through and try and find it. Go, just keep going.
Oh
though.
my
You
God.
tell
All right, now we got the Minnesota Rocker. Been watching them play a little bit. Honestly, been really liking seeing Reese do his thing. I feel like Vivid's kind of been showing out early. I mean, he is definitely Sam. You'd probably say Reese is the best H player ever. The guy's always just going
That
off on
guy's
H.
unbelievable at AIDS, dude.
I've been
high on Reese
he's
for
definitely
forever, though, dude.
been doing his thing over there. Big Wake. I've seen Big Wake kind of starting off pretty high. I feel like he's been playing well. They got Lamar over there now, so he's trying to get them on the right track. I mean, they have a good team this year. Personally, I mean, a lot of people are coming in. They're saying B, C. I was gonna have them around C, maybe low B. I just haven't seen enough from these guys, and comparing them to the other teams on paper, I'm just I don't know if we can put them up there. But what do you guys think? Would you guys agree with me on that? How do you think?
They're just a team that I don't really know much about scrim result wise. I haven't. The only time I've watched them was like today. I think today was really the first match that I've seen
was frying
today.
today. He's a rookie.
He
We're
was
gonna be
playing well
we're
today.
gonna be watching Linz all year very closely to see how
Linz
he's
and
doing.
Reese were both playing well today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, I haven't seen a single thing in this game from these guys. So it's comparing like the sample size to the other rosters, I truly have no idea.
Honestly, this looks like the typical team around Lamar. He's just got 3 absolute fryers on his team. At the very least, I'd put them probably at like lower end of B just because I don't really know their potential. But from a talent perspective, if those 3 are playing really well, they could be a solid upset team, or at least a really good or a decent respawn team.
Pat, what would you do here?
I like him where you got him, Tom.
Yeah, it's kind of that's where I was gonna slot him in. That's kind of my opinion. Top of C.
Even role wise, like I feel better about all the teams in B that are like outclassing the Rocker players. So unless they come crazy and like search or something special, like I just don't know what they're really good at or what they will be good at. Like it's kind of one of those things like they're just okay at everything or mediocre at everything. So I like them as C.
Ben,
You
what
guys
do
got to
think?
watch out for Linz though.
He's been playing
Linz
really
is
well.
fucking
He
good.
has.
Yeah, he
he
was
has
fine
been
today.
playing really good. That's
Linz
why
is good.
It's tough to kind of, figure out where to put him. I've seen some good plays from Linz. I've been watching him a little bit, and he's been playing really, really well. But I'm just trying to compare him to the other rosters and just trying to see if they're better than them. And honestly, I don't know if I would put him above anybody in that B tier right now. And I feel like C tier is kind of probably where I would have him. But Ben, what do you think? What do you think we should do?
So this team hasn't really been streaming, so any scrims we're watching with them has mostly been like through sort of the Carolina, Vegas, ASIM kind of Donnie Temp kind of POV. I think C is a good spot because from what I've watched, I don't think that they're better than either Carolina or Boston. I expect Thieves to just be a better squad than Minnesota. Also, there's a grudge match situation for some players there. I mean, Minnesota could surprise people at the beginning, but we can't just say everybody's going to be top 6, top 8, and it might be a slow boil with this team. We'll see if the Lamar system works. They need Bro, the biggest thing is Lynn's like the real deal, and what kind of big weight can they get?
There's some
'Cause
question marks. There's question marks with
This
this
is a
team.
massive season, dude. I don't want to put a lot of pressure on him, but like this is a huge season for Big Wake. If he can't figure out on this team how to be a plus player and like get them to overperform, like he is kind of destined to be stuck sort of being a CDL player that's just gonna be on bottom teams, which kind of sucks.
Let me say this. Listen, the chat's getting really rowdy right now. I understand you guys all have your own opinions on where teams should go. I mean, honestly, I feel like we're guesstimating, right? We're just going based off last year, based on what we've seen so far. In reality, we don't really know who's gonna come out and perform this year, but just trying to see what's on paper and go based off what we've seen and what we have seen. We're just trying to we're just giving our opinions, right? So if some people don't like some spots on this list, it's fine. Obviously we're just guesstimating. So I think C's fine. I think we should put him right there for now. Obviously there's a lot of question marks with them, so we'll see how Minnesota plays throughout the year. Then we got Vegas coming in hot. That's gonna be Dylan Attach. I feel like Dylan, he's going to be back in that main AR role. Dylan has kind of shifted towards that way as his career has gone on, and I feel like that's probably the best spot for him. Standy, he's been on and up and down, I feel like, from what I've been watching. He's been up and down, but Standy, the way he plays, I just don't know if this sub fits Standy. Like the way I feel like Standy would do better this year running like that third AR. We know some maps have 3 ARs, so I wonder if Standy's going to be the one pulling that out. I know Purge likes to run the flex. And I haven't really seen much from Purge. And then, of course, there's Nero, who Nero was looking really good early on. I think he's going to be really good with that rival. I think that's a gun that fits him the way that Nero plays. He likes to get aggro and likes to get in your face. This team is tough. I'd probably have him around, probably C or B, probably around there. Just kind of bouncing around from both of those tiers. Sam, we'll go down the list. What do you think?
I'd probably put him C right now, probably in the Minnesota area. I don't think that they're with the B teams, just in terms of fucking talent. I haven't seen any of their scrims, so that's another team that you have to catch a pop through Asim or Donnie. But yeah, I mean, if we're basing it on last year, which is kind of all I can go on, I'm high on Purge. I think he was fucking gross.
Me too.
I am excited to watch Dill play. I know he's in chat. I'm excited to see Dill play this year because he's kind of the vet on this team now. I think in the past he's kind of had either someone else with him to help lead, but now he's kind of on his own in terms of directing the troops a little bit. So I'm excited to see how that pans out. But yeah, I can't put him in anyone over B right now, I don't think.
Chris?
Yeah, I'd probably put them at C just because I think C and D are the tier of I haven't watched him play much, but my expectations are not the highest. I think that's kind of where I rate them right now.
Okay, Pat, anything you want to say about this roster?
Yeah, I like C. I think for me, I just want to see more of this team. I'm also I mean, I know you said you're high on Dylan running the main. I'm curious to see how he'll do. Especially with the new roster like this, so.
I mean, you ran last year too.
Yeah, but I didn't really get the team just sucked. But
Damn.
I'm just interested to see how these guys do, basically. But I agree with C. I like C.
Yeah, I'm down to keep him in C for now. They have skill. They have potential to be good. It's just I need to see more from them, and I haven't seen too much from them. So we'll keep them in C for now. I think the poll came in as C as well, so the chat
Ben,
also voted for C. What about you, Ben? Yeah, Ben, go ahead. Anything you want to say?
I think C is a good spot, and I haven't done a video on Vegas yet, but I was going to talk about this. They have an extremely interesting schedule in Stage 1. I'm going to read to you in order. You guys are about to be fucking mind blown. They start off against Minnesota, Carolina, and then Miami. So first 3 games, winnable. And then these are the last 4 they finish with. They play New York, their last game in December, and then in January they have Optic, FaZe, and Toronto. So they're about to play what I would think is the consensus, probably top 4 teams.
That's a gauntlet right there.
Split, yeah. And then 3 are winnable. So I'm very curious with this Vegas team. They might surprise some people, but I think C is a good spot for them right now.
Yeah,
that's a tough schedule.
Down to keep him in C. We'll keep him there. Next, we got Seattle Surge. Now, Illy has definitely been the preseason tournament reaper, bro. I mean, this guy literally has just been winning everything.
Him and Kyler won that tournament the other day. The Boston one.
You also got to respect their grind, too, bro. I just feel like they're on every day, just playing tournaments, scrimming. From day one, they've just been the team playing the most. From the outside looking in, that cannot be true, but it just seems like they're just grinding their asses off right now. And honestly, from what I've seen, it looks like they're playing really well together. Like, I would probably put them like high B, like maybe even bottom of A with what I've seen so far. Like, they've been playing really well. I just don't know if they're going to be able to keep up with this consistently throughout the whole year. I know how some of these players are. They can be very streaky. So I'm not sure if Seattle, maybe it's just like a honeymoon phase, or if they could just keep getting better and better. Maybe they just work with each other. Maybe it's just a good team. Sam, what do you think?
I think they're going to be really good at S&D. I don't know anything about their respawn. I haven't even seen a one singular map from them in respawn yet. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I've seen them play like 8s and stuff as individuals, but I mean, yeah, you have some really good S&D players in Ender and Kyler. I think they're going to work well together. But I don't think we can put them in A. I mean, if you guys disagree, we can, but I think like high B is a good spot for them.
High B without watching a single respawn scrim is kind of insane to me. Based off their S&D performance, I think they're pretty good, at least at that game mode. But how can we judge them at all when we haven't seen a single
some of these players
respawn?
We still know what these players have.
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm kind of hinting at here. I still think, like, based on their performances from the last couple of years, I don't
have hella teams.
I
in
don't
B.
see
Holy
that.
shit.
I don't see them being at the top of B, especially without sample sizes.
You can put them in there.
Maybe bottom
we're
of B.
speculating. We're
It's
speculating.
also funny like how fucking low we were on them. Or at least me personally. I was
a
pretty low
team
on them
comp,
before.
Like, I see this as a team that's going in my eyes. When you look at Minnesota, Vegas, Miami, I think Seattle can grind out series against those teams. Where they're going to run into the Thieves and the Bostons of the world is I just think those teams are going to be way more disciplined in respawn. I think you have a bunch of players in Seattle who do go rogue at times, and I think they're going to get in a lot of trouble against respawn against more disciplined teams. But they'll have a chance in those series because this team has to be and should be good search. So I don't agree with high B. I think we put them, my personal opinion, I think we put them in front of Boston before Carolina. What do you guys think?
I'm just high on them because I think they lucked out with the style of the game right now. Because their preseason plan was to have a Boozer run a sub, and right now it is a 3AR game.
Yeah.
So they default put Kyler on a sub, and if it's a 3AR game, a Boozer gets to use an AR. So I think that they lucked out on that front, which is why I'm high on them, because that kind of corrects their absolute dog shit coaching mistake going into the season. But I don't know if that's, I mean, let's be honest, that was a fucking terrible idea.
Wait, what was their coaching mistake?
Putting a Booze on a sub.
Oh, I thought. I
think that they
I thought you
lucked
just meant
out.
hiring Ray. I was like, damn.
No, not that. No, just their role decision. But I think that they lucked out on the style of the game right now with like triple ARs, if not 4 ARs on most maps.
I am going to laugh. You guys want to hear a crazy prediction with the Seattle team? I am going to laugh if Donald, aka Temp, joins his team mid-season when they drop either Ender or fucking Alec, because I think like if it stays a 3AR game and they can get a more dynamic AR than I think Illy and Alec can be, I think this team will be really, really good. But right now, I just think they're going to slot in that absolute cluster F of like potential top 6 or top 8 teams.
I think Alec has dropped for Ender, if anything, because Illy's shown that he wants him more right now. You got to think that him and Hook have the rapport with
I was
Rambo.
gonna say they got that optic camaraderie, dude.
If they're a fucking S&D team, like Illy is the S&D guy on that team.
I'm just saying, well, I don't think both Alec and Ender as a collective make it together through the season. One of them, I think, will go.
Pat, what do you think, Pat?
Yeah.
I'm not high on them. I think regardless of their role thing, I think this could. I mean, dude, I feel the same about Lins too. Like both Lins and Abuza, I feel like, and I know we've said like no buyouts, no trades have happened, but like I feel like these guys are gonna regret being on these two teams, because in the event that like a contending team could use somebody better, like I feel like if they're the superstars that they come out to be, they would be the ones to get poached. Going off what Chris said earlier, like if we're to judge these guys off their past performances, I'm not high on them at all. I don't think Kyler is at anywhere near the peak of his career. Same for Alex. Same for Ender. I still think it's a prove it season, which maybe it has a little bit to add. But to me, these guys are likely going to be a C respawn team. So I'm okay with bottom of B.
I will say I do agree with Chris that we haven't seen a pretty high sample size in them in respawn. I've seen these players play respawn, whether it's like 8s or something. But in terms of like a full roster scrimming, they were definitely streaming or on stream once or twice. I've definitely seen them scrim. And I just remember they were like actually playing pretty well. People were definitely impressed by their gameplay when we were watching. But it's tough. Again, we're just estimating here, and I feel like Seattle, like they have the right pieces, but are they going to be able to keep up with some of these other teams? Like Pat said, they're kind of like at the tail end of their career. But I don't like to think about it like that, Pat, because I feel like there's a lot of players who are kind of older now that have been performing, or I just feel like it's not like
I'm not saying they're
crack type of thing
sucking
anymore.
but,
you know
but
what
I'm
I mean?
just saying, like, I don't think like I don't view Alec and Kyler and Illy in like takeover roles on their teams anymore. Like they're kind of like just like, yeah, they can perform in the league. I don't doubt that. But like they're all kind of the outcasts. No one really wanted them. That's why they squatted up. And so, if we look at it from the standpoint that like other pros and other teams didn't even have faith in them, and only these like 3 dudes had faith in each other, I'm not high on them personally.
There's one other factor with this Seattle team, and we talked about with Rocker a couple of years ago, and it's going to happen with this team. They are, from my understanding, living in Vancouver, correct? Like they've all moved there. I think that's going to be a factor mid-year. I know Vancouver's a nice city, but for some of these guys who have been living in like Texas recently, I think living in the Pacific Northwest in the winter might be a little bit tricky for them. So I'm curious how they're going to navigate both the internet issue there.
Or the winter,
well
like they're
just
playing
the environmental
outside.
stuff. I know, but just a general sentiment, you wake up and it's, cloudy and overcast for fucking 5 months. And for people that roasting me in
Slasher's
chat,
not getting shit on online because he lives in Boston and it's cold, Ben.
listen, for people roasting me in chat, there's a reason the
What?
Rocker team started living in Texas for this exact reason. And we talked about it literally 2 years ago on the show, so don't roast me, bro.
Bruh,
I don't know, bro. I went to
that's for
Chicago in the
days.
EG house and then won champs,
That
Ben.
might be a 0 out of 10 take.
I
They're gonna,
I
if they
couldn't even
suck,
go
they're gonna suck
outside. It
online
was
because
so
they're in the
cold.
Pacific
when they
Northwest,
start
not because
bitching
it's
about living in
cold outside,
Vancouver,
Ben.
just remember this fucking clip.
Yeah, listen. Okay, let's move on. I was saying Seattle maybe A, B. Listen, I've been really high on them just watching them play S&D because them playing S&D has been fun to watch. Like I feel like these guys. Go ahead,
Sorry.
Chris.
I said I got a DM from another pro player that's apparently scrimmed them before or might know more, and they said Seattle stinks. I will not expose who it was, but that's just what I
Say
got.
less. Inside sources, Seattle's ass.
Who is it? Scrappy?
Wait,
It's probably
at least,
Scrappy, dude.
at least put it in the chat so we know. We won't say it.
Yeah, we gotta.
If you called him ass, that's a scrappy
No, I'm
for
not-
sure.
I'm not doing that, bro, because I don't trust
What?
y'all motherfuckers.
You could just made it up, bro.
Just
Like,
put
I
it
didn't
in the
make it up.
chat
Okay,
so
I'll
we
do
can
it.
validate the opinion. Like we won't
well,
say it out loud.
Okay, well,
Like
Steve,
if you're gonna put
okay.
somebody that's like ass too, then I'm not gonna take it with
okay,
much.
then see, that's your opinion.
Astral DM,
but-
Chris.
That's your opinion. So I'm not even gonna say it.
No, I mean just put who it was.
No,
I'm
we
not gonna
gotta see
say
now.
who it
We
is.
have to
now
see
you
now,
gotta
bro.
say it.
I'll
bro.
talk. No, we'll talk about it later off the show.
Oh,
What? No, we're live on the show.
I'm not doing it.
Boo.
Bro,
Tomatoes,
just put it in
tomatoes,
the chat. We're not gonna
tomatoes.
Throw the
expose.
tomatoes, throw the
It's just
tomatoes,
if
bruh.
we know, then it helps
Yeah,
us
we're not gonna
validate.
expose.
All right,
Chris, we won't expose.
you're gonna invalidate this opinion immediately. Watch,
All right,
I guarantee
hold
it,
on.
and
Oh,
this is
Sharky.
why. No, exactly.
Oh,
That's not that bad.
You'll invalidate that opinion.
That's
Pat
not
will.
that bad.
What
I know
what
Pat
team
will.
is? What team are they even on?
I know what team they're on.
Are you dumb?
Bro, what?
We can't say.
I know what team it's on.
Yeah, all right.
Are you
let's-
blind? Do you know the rosters?
Yeah.
What
Yo,
team is
next
this
team,
guy
let's
on?
go.
Yo,
Next
Ben, what team
team.
is this guy on?
Now, just to finish the thought, like I just want to be clear with everybody. Like I think in general this season right now,
Oh, that guy.
there is a mess of teams somewhere between like 6 and 10 who I think could all like jump each other within like a series or two. It's just a fucking mess in the middle of this fucking situation.
Yeah,
right
it's a
now.
mess. It's a mess for sure. We'll,
So
we'll
like,
keep
this is
Seattle
not just
here.
gonna look completely different after.
Well,
like 3 weeks.
listen. If Chris is saying that person DM'd and said they stink,
they gotta.
I
Suck.
gotta say they are.
They gotta
They
suck.
suck. Yeah.
They gotta suck.
They got to be pretty bad. Yeah. I mean, what do we do here
shit.
after that info?
Drop
After-
him to the C
You
tier.
drop him to the C tier. You drop him down to the C tier. And then we drop him down there.
Okay, thank you. I was afraid you were gonna invalidate it because of what you said earlier. So I was like, I don't even
If
want to say
anything,
it,
that
bro.
validates it more.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
I mean,
saying. I'm
shit.
glad you guys have the
I'd
same
put them-
opinion.
I'd put them above Heretics, but before Vegas.
Oh, it's so hell.
I moved them one spot. to
Man,
last.
Yeah,
Seattle
yeah,
just got
yeah,
screwed, man. They just got screwed.
They got
Holy
World
shit.
Start in the wrong scrim, I guess.
Yeah, nah.
All right, man. On to the next one.
Yeah, well, let's move on. So now we got the top 4 teams. I kind of wanted to do this last because these were the teams we had being the top 4 going into the season on paper, of course.
I like how you ranked them, Tom.
Like this? What do you mean?
Yeah, like you wanted to do it 4-3-2-1. I like that, Tom. I like that out of you.
I was actually,
like that out of you.
Bro, I was
Subconsciously, Tom. Subconsciously, you just ranked it perfectly. That's crazy.
So I will get into my opinion. Pat, it's actually what I was gonna do. I was gonna put Optic in New York in A, and then Toronto and FaZe in S, and then we could kind of figure out the orders. Personally, I think that's how it should be. I feel like Optic has been kind of hard because they were late to the party.
We cannot put teams that we can't put Optic below the teams that have been beating them currently.
No, like
Below
in
the
scrims
team?
and
Nah,
stuff.
I'm just fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
That's
gonna be tight.
People are
Listen.
people are gonna say based
They lost
off of
scrims, bro. Chalk 'em.
scrims. People
Bro,
are gonna
here-
say based off of scrims that they should be like B, C tier with everybody else. They were late to the party, to the scrims. Like I remember the first couple of days, they didn't even know rotations. Obviously, they had some delays with their roster. Based on what we've seen so far, like I would say that they have been getting beat in scrims. They've been getting beat. I think there's gonna be. I think Sam, you had mentioned to me, it's been weird kind of watching them play because Shotzi just has all their hill time.
Yeah, he's had a lot of their hill time,
They're super far behind Tom. Like I think,
except for AG
like,
3 minutes today, baby.
Think about when they
Yeah.
start scrimming. Like they start scrimming on Friday, right?
I don't know the exact
I
time.
think they start on Friday. They had the Boston tournament on Saturday, so I doubt they put any scrims on Saturday.
Mhm.
Sunday, I assume they got a set or two in before the like S&D stuff started again. And today, so I think they probably played max 4, maybe 5 series in like 4 days. Like
They've
they
also
are way,
scrimmed
way
Donnie
far-
like 4 of those series.
Yeah, they are way far behind. I think people gotta be really careful with Optic. Like they are a week and a half away from being like where they should be. Like I think everybody just needs to take a fucking breather.
Yeah,
But
I
if
mean,
you're gonna put him in
scrims-
A, then I think Donnie and TJ Hallie's squad should be in S. God damn, they've been having them, Tom.
they've been playing good. Donnie's team has been. I mean,
Nah,
we've been
Donnie's
talking
team
about
is
Donnie.
unironically better than a lot of these rosters,
We've been
dude.
talking about because we've been watching Donnie. He's been live.
Donnie.
every day.
Nah,
He's been
his
frying.
POV is crazy in this
Yeah,
game.
he's been
Donnie's
cooking.
been fucking on one.
Yeah, Don Dada's on a mission right now. I feel like they were actually going. They played FaZe later today. They were going
They were
rogue.
trolling
They were
against
Nah, they were
trolling.
trolling against
They were
FaZe.
checked. Like that was not a real scrim.
They definitely got checked. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard. I mean, even Dante, we have Sib from the New York Subliners. He even said scrims are for practice and learning, not for results in winning, which
Except if
is
you're doing
true.
tier list,
Which is
Optic and
true.
D.
It's true, but if you
Someone
didn't
tell
say-
that
if
guy
you
to
didn't say
pick up
about
the,
100
the,
every
the
map, then-
toolkit before he regrets it, bro.
Hey, talking about with
listen,
Sloss.
let's
Sid,
talk-
what is Dante doing talking smack to Sloss though, Slay? I feel like that Sloss is like a legend. You know what I mean? He's got to show a little respect.
He is indeed. He is indeed. I mean, dude, we talk about it a lot.
No
Like
respect from these youngins, man.
a lot of
Scrappy and Clay too.
I mean, a lot of these guys, like, you know, I know they're in like the peak of their careers now and like getting quite a bit of money, but like, dude, like think about some of these people that put in, you know, you had 4 times their careers already and retired and paved the way for this to be true.
Yeah.
And to be possible for them. So like, you know, someone like Sloss, I mean, shit, Sloss is still a world champion. Sloss went on a 4-peat. Sloss was that guy for, you know, a big part of his career. And so I think there's a lot of, you know, a lot of respect that should be paid to some of these guys who paved the way. And, you know, I mean,
Agreed.
we can banter and shit talk all we want. That's all fun and good. But at the end of the day, like, we don't know where this team would be without, you know, the likes of some of the people who paved the way a decade ago.
Agreed, man. Agreed.
Great take,
It was a
Pat.
great take, Pat.
If
Phenomenal
anyone says
take.
a Lakes in the chat, you're getting timed out for 600 seconds.
This is
All
where
right,
Lakes
bro.
just get spammed because Ben just said that.
Yeah, exactly. Ben, go ahead. What were you gonna say? Because you were yapping
I mean,
before.
listen. So I agree with Pat. But to get on topic with Optic, you know, they are way behind. Now that being said, need to see them really be like first team on, last team off the next couple of days to do their best to catch up. But I think they're going to do that. I still think I have some questions about this team. The sub duo to me, like their chemistry is a little bit questionable right now. Doesn't seem like they're on the same page just yet. Roles still seem like a little bit funky. And so this team, I would potentially see a role where maybe they don't get their best type of form until the beginning of January till they like completely figure it out. But once they do figure it out, this team's got the talent to win fucking events and multiple events. So I think we can't put them in S, but I think A is a good spot for them.
I think they're gonna have to just figure out their rhythm, like on the map. Like I don't want like one player like Ant just Sam. I want to talk to you about this because we were just watching it. I don't want him to just gravitate towards the hill all the time and just
Yeah.
be like a hill bitch. Because Shotzi's obviously a good player that can make plays, right? So I don't want him to get thrown into a situation where he feels like he has to be that objective-minded player at all times. Like I feel like everybody's got to be able to do that kind of stuff. Like that's how they're gonna get the best out of their team. but they're gonna have to try and get on the same page. And that was the one concern that I had, even when I was talking on the Stocksman podcast, is like in the beginning, I think it's gonna take some time for them to mesh, just because it is a team full of superstars, right? So obviously,
I mean, we mentioned that when
ceiling
this
is
roster
high.
was made. I think we all were in like agreement that they had the most work to do compared to the other teams. Everyone else made single person changes, and then Optic is kind of overhauling a little bit.
I haven't seen a ton, but I did see a few where I thought Kenny was playing pretty well.
Bro,
And that's
Kenny's
a good
good.
sign to see.
I will say right now, their AR duo looks fucking good,
Yeah,
bro.
Dashy's been insane.
Dashy has been shooting, dude.
Yeah, he's been shooting.
He's
for
been
sure.
fucking gaming. Ken looks really good as well. I think the subs look a little uncomfortable just because it's also a new team, but as well as just the game that they're playing right now, it doesn't cater to sub players.
I was going to mention that I don't think the game, the way it is,
it
caters
doesn't
to them at all.
Not even a little bit. I saw AG with 3 minutes and an AR on Karachi today, so
It's
a
also
small adjustment to
I
make.
was fucking flabbergasted.
it's weird, right? Because I think the game, it's not the game that doesn't cater to them; it's the
It's the
maps.
maps.
Yeah,
It's
like
the
about
maps,
to on the last show.
Yeah,
Also,
like
yeah,
these
That's the game we're
maps,
playing.
like even back in the day, like if an AR, they're just so open. Like if you're holding a lane,
Long
like
lanes.
a sub cannot do anything. And that's I think one of the worst things about trophies and EOD. Like even back in the day, right? Like if someone was top American on evasion, you had to hit a grenade to get them out. You weren't
Now you
getting
got
them
a
out
trophy.
any other way. Yeah, but now people could just sit top American with a trophy. Don't even factor in snaking, which is another problem. But like, yeah, if you're just chilling top American with a trophy, it's like you got a problem. So I think that's the biggest issue is the maps.
All I'm gonna
Yep.
say is you should watch the Donnie Temp clip today from
Yeah,
Indeed,
I
and
think it's
I'll
on
answer your
Reddit.
question.
Yeah, we could pull that up in a bit, but I think Optic and A right
I
now
think
is
so, though.
fair.
I think-
feel like
yeah,
that's
I
fair.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I'd probably have him there. New York, there.
Haven't seen a lick.
Yeah, haven't seen.
I haven't seen a lick.
anything. I played in an S&D tournament with Paco and Dante. We got smoked.
I lost in finals to Paco.
But Paco also won a tournament. You know, it's hard. I mean, me personally, bro, I just think Paco and Kismet is just an insane duo. Like, I wonder who's gonna pull out that third AR for this team, though. Probably Paco, right? Paco's gonna pull out the third AR, I think, and
They're
go
gonna
to
have
town.
Kiz is running full time sub. I don't. They should.
Kismet.
Oh, they said
It said in
Kismet.
chat.
Okay, they said Kismet.
They
So
said
they're gonna
Kiz
have
pulled
Paco
third
on the
AR.
main sub then, and they
like
have
that,
Paco running
Kiz.
sub at all
Yeah,
times.
I like that
Who the
shit.
bulldog
Take
taking
that
off?
fucking
I
AR,
know
Matt.
I know we haven't seen
Take
a lot
that
in New
shit.
York, but Kiz can hold his own with an AR, and like the way that Dante and Caesar play, like this actually might kind of play in their hands in this meta.
Mhm.
Again, and I talked about this offseason, like my only concern with the team is just without Preston, like the S&D sort of mid-round calls and how quick they were moving at the end of last season. I'm curious to see if they can play the same style with one of those AR players having to play sort of like Preston. If they can figure that out, like they're going to be back to what they were last year.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
they were,
I
they're
think
going to be nasty respawn, nasty in S&D, and like a factor.
that's what I was gonna say. I think historically New York have always been good at hardpoint or just like respawns
Yeah.
in general, especially like under the coaching regime they have now. I think the biggest thing to me is also just like the addition of Sib, because Sib is the kind of player that can do the dirty work but still hold his own in stats. Whereas like we saw like Ilion Optic where he'd do the dirty work, but it obviously hurt his performance in terms
And,
of
which I
numbers.
agree. The issue is last year, though, on that Seattle team, Dante basically played like a turd in Surge. And we saw how that worked out for Seattle because it was
Did
basically
you say
Pred and
turd or turret?
turret.
Turd.
It was
That sounds
But
basically
he said
like,
turd.
bro, their S&D last year was Pred, inshallah, bro. Pred didn't fucking get like first blood. Matt, go fucking try yourself. Oh, you didn't get a first blood? Was it 2v4? It's shocked. Like,
I will
They-
agree. They have the talent to be. They're going to be a slay heavy team, especially in hard points, and they are the world champions, bro. Like they won 3 events last year, including champs. Like these guys are clearly going to be a good team going into it. Like they definitely have a really talented roster. So, I personally was even leaning towards S just because of them winning champs and how they played last year and going into this year. They brought in Dante, Dante's really good, bro. Like Dante's been snapping in his game too. Like he's been grinding. He's been
got
playing.
gunny.
He's got a lot of gunny, bro. He's a great player. So it's tough, man. It's tough. I would definitely, if we do have him in A, I'd probably put him at the top of A. But I wouldn't argue if somebody maybe wanted to come in and maybe think they were an S tier team. I mean, Pat, where would you have these guys?
I mean, my biggest issue, and it's a similar thing with the Optic team. Like, yeah, I think both these teams are going to get better, but like, if both these teams' success not revolves around, but like is majorly influenced by their sub duo, and we're playing a game that doesn't necessarily kind of rely on your favor your sub duo, it's a concern for me. Not a concern. Do I think they're not going to be top 4? For sure, they're top 4, but Hydra and Kismet had like raw takeover power last year on basically every map, and I think that's a big part of why they were so dominant at Hardpoint. And if they're not able to necessarily do that in this game on these maps, I mean, I agree, Sib is good, but it's not like Skies and Sib are like these takeover superstars. They're obviously great in their own right.
They can be.
What?
When you compare, I mean, Champs KD is irrelevant, bro. Why are we talking about KD?
Bro,
We're talking about takeover power. If you compare, Caesar has historically had a high ass KD his whole career because he just doesn't die. That doesn't have anything to do with takeover power. When you compare the duo of Sib and Skies or Hydra and Kismet, who's better? Who are you investing in as a team owner? It's the two subs every time.
I'm not worried about the subs.
My point is, what I'm saying on this game, in the game, the way it plays, the fact that they don't have the dominant ARs, I would say that's a risk for me. And I'm fine with them where they are in A. But it's like I need to see more before I say that.
Zero concern about this New York team and Respawn. Control, Hardpoint, like these guys know how to play the game most fundamentally. Like they're well prepared.
I can't believe we just brought up KD on the slowest AR in the league.
I'm really not worried about New York and Respawn. Last year when they sucked is because their S&D was terrible, and when they were good is when their search was good. That's the game mode I'm most concerned about with New York.
I definitely don't think Skies is the slowest AR in the league, though.
He's definitely not.
He's not slow in terms of he's just hardly aggressive. If you look, he had the least deaths though in majority of their games. Like he would always have the least deaths as an AR, like by far.
I feel like the top. I feel like the top of A is fair. Personally, I feel like that's fair for now.
Top A is a good spot. I would love to put them in S, but I just think right now
I just don't know anything about this game.
I can't justify them in S if I haven't watched a lick of the Respawn.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything.
This is like top A asterisk because we haven't. If I'm sure if we saw anything, like we'd have a different feel, but
we'll keep them. We'll keep them top of A for now. We'll keep them there. Obviously, that could be an S tier team. I mean, they won 3 events last year. They did make a change. I just don't know if that change is going to affect them in a positive or a negative way. Dante's a good player. He brings positives in other ways, but I think P-Dog as well had different things to his game that he brought to the table and really brought these guys together. So I'm really curious to see how they mesh this year with just making a little tweak to their roster. We'll see if that risk paid off for them. But let's move on to the next two teams, man. We got Toronto Ultra and Atlanta FaZe up next. I mean, I personally would have these guys in the S tier watching scrims, but these guys have been insane watching scrims. They seem like they've been the top 2 teams for sure, as well as they played well last year as well. Like I feel like Ultra elevated their roster by picking up Envoy. I think FaZe elevated their roster by picking up Draza, and it showed in the scrims. What do you guys think? I see a lot of people coming in the chat. Some people are saying Ultra not S, only FaZe and S. No, I would have Ultra
Toronto's
up there.
look good this game.
They look good from what I've seen.
This is the one of the roster changes that was a absolute W by all accounts was Toronto, and this is not to disrespect Dixie. I think he's a solid player. I think Envoy is just gonna take this team to the next level, and like I think they've looked good from what I've seen in this game. I mean, it's a natural plug and play fit with Envoy. They're going to continue to be a dominant search team, like great in hard point of control.
I've seen some stats too. I've heard they've been doing good.
You know, some of the head-to-heads and some of like this sort of. And I think FaZe got a similar issue with like closing. Sometimes we're still going to have about Toronto. Like last year, obviously, if the tournament ended on Saturday, I think they win it, and then Sunday they had an absolute egg. Like that's still an issue top of mind, but I mean, I think Toronto's really good. Like really, really good.
Yeah, me too. I'm really high in Toronto.
I would also say that Toronto's S&D has looked good. They made it to the finals of like multiple S&D tournaments.
They literally won the elite like yesterday.
They won an elite recently, like obviously against a bunch of S&D grinders. So like S&D wise, these guys look good. We know the slaying power that these guys can bring to Respawn with Scrappy on the roster, and I think this game is gonna be good for both Scrappy and Insight with the way it plays now.
Bro.
So we're gonna put them at us.
This is crazy, bro.
We know they're winning championship, Pat. We know, bro.
I wish we should just go back and watch like a few of our off-season flanks where I made it clear that Ultra the clear number 1, made the best roster move, made the best improvement.
Clear number 1 is crazy.
I just hear you guys gassing them. They're good at everything, and I mean, look, I've been calling this from a mile away. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
But
saying.
you've also been calling it the world champs the last 2 years, and you claim it's a fucking typo. So which
I
is
mean,
it?
they should have
wrong
won
or
world
is it a
champs
typo?
last year. Like, it wasn't my fault that they lost their minds when they got on that stage. They definitely should have.
And then to talk about
They
Atlanta
smoked them in the
FaZe,
winter finals.
Atlanta FaZe has looked really good as well, bro. Like watch
Nah,
them
Simp's
play.
final, bro. I'll say it.
Simp is
That guy's
final right now,
unbelievable.
dude. He's
That
going
guy's
crazy.
unbelievable.
Him and
Yep.
Abe too. I feel like.
That guy
Here's,
is unbelievable.
Here's we were talking about how hard it is for sub duos in this game, and every time I watch a sub duo,
Good
they
thing
fry
Sim's a
line.
flex.
So like that's the thing. Like
Yeah,
if
I was
this
gonna
is-
say.
if this
Good
is
thing Sim's a
team-
fucking
Yeah,
flex.
he's running
Bro,
an
if
AR.
this team can make 2 subs work where other teams can't, like they're gonna have a huge
Nah,
advantage.
Wait,
bro.
there's-
Here's-
they're not-
This
they're
is gonna
not-
be a fucking legacy season for this guy, bro.
Yes.
Simp has looked unbelievable.
They're not like necessarily doing anything like out of the ordinary, making something work. It's more so that we talked about it. We were like, we wouldn't be mad if Simp ran an AR at any point in his career when we were talking about roster changes in this game.
I mean, they had
Well, he-
rumors of him running a flex going into this season as
he
well.
gets he gets to pull it out all the time, and this game is again, it's very pre-aim heavy. It's gonna fit his play style, and
That silence
Abe-
merchant, dude. I can't believe it.
Abizi basically created the rival meta with his class and everything. Like every sub pretty much runs the exact same thing, and that guy literally posts a Twitter clip of him mapping people across the map every day. So
Yeah.
I mean, that these guys are obviously good. I mean, it goes without saying. Look at the team. So.
So 2 other things are FaZe. One is I think also Draws then coming in and kind of playing the same role he played in Thieves, moving MC to more of like a Hill Kitten type role in Hardpoint. I think
I don't
will
even
help.
agree with that, by the way.
Well, from what we watched recently in scrims, like they've seemed to have switched their system from the first couple of days. So we'll see how that
Bro,
plays out.
I think it's actually kind of hilarious what they did. Like Zach has come in and it's still like maybe it's more so the maps and like kind of what Pat said earlier with the way the game has been playing. But like MC is getting hill time here and there. But bro, Zach had like 3 minutes today on a skid row.
Yeah.
Tyler, fucking Tommy, you and I watched it. Tyler had over a minute and a half
Yeah.
every map they played today. Like
Yeah.
they're it's not just like plant MC in the hill, let him snake and fucking go rogue. It's like everyone is doing it by committee.
Yep.
And they look unbelievable on the map, like pace wise, aggression compared to a lot of other rosters. Like we saw them, granted it was, it's a fucking single scrim, so but we watched Donnie play Optic and FaZe today, and the difference was like just fucking
Yeah,
unbelievable.
FaZe, they just don't let teams breathe. When you
No.
watch people play against them, they come off spawn and they're already getting stunned. They're already getting shot at. Like FaZe definitely was on point.
But I have two things though for FaZe. There, as much as we're gonna gas them up, there's 2 concerns I have. One is by bringing Draws in for Slasher, they're probably gonna have like average to below average communication compared to some other teams in the league, and I think that will be an ongoing problem they need to solve with their team. It's great in scrims because everybody's going hard, but you get into a real match and the intensity, like they're going to need to work on that. I think throughout the season, I don't think it's going to be solved right away.
I
And
think
the second
sometimes their
thing-
comms get a little chaotic. Go
there's
ahead,
some-
Ben.
Okay,
and
that's a
sometimes
fair
people call
take,
out.
Tom.
Chaotic, it's nice
Yeah.
people call out. And I think the second thing, and we have to bring it up, is like these guys are talented, but I think they should have more chips by now. And their ability sometimes to not close in some of these grand finals, like, yeah, holding them to the Cold War standard is fucking crazy. But I think they had some winnable events last year, especially the Toronto event where they kind of let that one slide. We saw it the year before in Vanguard. Like, want to see them kind of be more dominant and close out. We're held them to a high standard. Want to see them meet that.
What do you think,
I'm a-
Chris?
Well, first off, I was going to say that's complete bullshit out of Ben, but then you brought in an actual good take of their communication with their chaotic comms. Because, yes, Draza talks a lot. Celium, obviously, with his comms, he talks a lot. They kind of
be
flood
yapping.
comms a little bit. So, yes, it can definitely get chaotic. In terms of lacking communication, absolutely fucking faded. But I will say that the other seasons, whenever they were getting second and third a lot, I think they lacked in a game mode very badly. Like they were just like for example, last year it was the hard point that was just holding them back from like winning.
No. It was control. No,
Oh,
it
was hard
control
point
last
at
year.
one point. It was hard point at one point,
Yeah.
and then control kind of haunted them for the majority of the season in terms of like.
at the end of the season, yeah. Because
Yeah, but-
they lost one hard point, I think, at Toronto, right? Or did they not lose any? I don't remember. But they lost every search to New York in that grand final. It's crazy. But their control was very bad at champs, and that costed them in the both series that they lost. But I think with Zach coming in, like they should solve that control issue. I think and Crowder's talked about a lot in the offseason, like the Celium Slasher AR combination caused a number of issues in that game mode. And this move was not to disrespect Slasher, who I think played really good last season. I
he
think they
did
got
play
what they
good.
got out of him. And there's no hard feelings there. I think Zach coming is just going to make things a little bit cleaner.
Yeah, I was gonna say at the very least they kind of solved that aggression problem, bringing in Draza because I think he complements Celium's playstyle a little bit better in that AR relationship. But In terms of holding them to a high standard, I don't really know how much higher we can hold these guys. I mean, getting like first, second, third, like pretty much for like their entire careers is pretty typical. Yes, would I like them to close more grand finals to kind of warrant the pedestal that we put these guys on? Yes, but I mean, is it realistic at this point in the Call of Duty scene? Maybe not.
It's
but
really hard to
So,
watch.
Either
so
way,
where would you guys
they're
have them?
godlike.
Would you have FaZe at the top of the list, or do you think they should be second on the list? I think comparing them to
Yeah.
Toronto is hard. It's hard to
I
say.
think Toronto was their runners-up last year, so I think you should, by that logic, be the tiebreaker and put them in front of FaZe.
Then
Would be
what
how to
about
do
New
it.
York?
Yeah, but we this is the thing is we've seen a lot of Toronto FaZe play. We've seen none of New York play on this game, and that's the issue.
Yeah, I mean, I
What do you guys
was
think about
thinking
that?
phase one personally, just from what I've seen, they've looked like insane. But I mean, I don't know if anybody has any objections to that. I know Pat's probably gonna say Toronto top. I'm probably gonna.
I
go
think
with
we should
FaZe.
use the elite as the tiebreaker.
We could.
I was
the
gonna
base didn't play.
I was gonna say they look insane, but I think we maybe just humble them a little bit and just put them at second over.
Humble them a little bit, keep them
One
there.
A, one B, bro.
Humble-
I
humble
don't
them
think
a
it
little-
matters.
Humble them a little bit. It doesn't really matter.
One A,
Just-
one B to me.
Just put them second. Just put
I'm,
them
I'm
second.
down to keep them here. So this is gonna be our list. Now I see a lot of people saying this list is good and it's fair, and I see a lot of people saying it's dog shit and they're throwing tomatoes. So let us know in the chat. Let us know in the comments what you would do differently, or if you like our list, and we'll see what you guys come up
Guess
with.
us up, please.
It's
We
just
really
so
love the
hard
guys.
to
It's
like.
hard. It's really
It's hard
hard.
because like not every team has the same amount of exposure. So like you're basing these teams off of people you get to watch scrim every day, and then New York, who you haven't fucking seen on a map yet.
Yeah,
So-
yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
hard.
I'm gonna leave it even more real. I feel like the top four, if you asked the community, I think 9 out of 10 people probably select this top four. Beyond that, this year it's a giant question mark for the next like 8 teams on the
Everyone's
list.
just beating the shit out of each
I'm
other.
gonna be-
I think there's a lot of parity there. Go ahead, Chris.
I'll be honest. This tier list is fun for me because I got a lot of side DMs of people saying this team is garbage, this team blah blah blah.
Yeah,
so,
they've played them because they get
They've-
more
'cause
reps
they've
and
been
they play
playing
against them.
them.
Like
Exactly.
it's easier for them. Yeah.
So
I
as
would
far
like
as
to
the
make
list
one
goes,
correction.
we'll see.
I would like to move the Miami Heretics to the D tier behind LA Gorillas.
Jesus
I'm not, I don't agree.
Damn.
I don't agree with that.
Based on what Pat just goes, you got a gut feeling?
Yeah, I got a gut feeling.
Gut DM?
Just a gut feeling.
Got a gut DM on Twitter.
But we'll keep it like this for now. This is what we came up with. But we'll just keep it like this.
We'll
So
do
just let
another
us know.
one. We'll do another
do it
one.
next
You know what
After
we should do is
major
we
one.
should- We should do another one. We need to do a show like the week.
Pre-major
We'll do
one
like
or
a
something.
Q&A show before matches start that like second week of December, and we should redo this tier list and see how we feel about it. This would be like
Yeah.
our definitive, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Kason, we're in TS by the way. Kason, if you
Oh,
want
he's
to
about to
join.
roast you out this Vancouver.
I don't
thing,
know.
but
He
here
says
we
he
go.
wants to roast you. I don't know why he wants to. I don't know.
Yeah, he's gonna come in here and ask
Ben
for
said
moves
people are
again,
bad at
bro,
COD 'cause
like-
it's cold outside.
Co-owner of Atlanta FaZe wants to come in and roast Ben. I don't know what Ben said.
Ben
or
said you're bad at
Kason,
COD because it's
Kason,
not
we can
warm
debate it.
outside.
Kason, come through tomorrow. We can just debate it on the couch right here.
Oh, Ben's calling you out, Kason. He wants you there IRL in person,
Then
face
come
to
IRL.
face.
We can have an IRL.
What?
debate.
But we'll keep it like this. This is our final tier list. I think it's time to move on over and get down to business. Ben, I am going to move you guys over to the big screen, man. I think it's time, man. I think it's time that we start picking some teams here for the tournament tomorrow. I am really hyped up for this tournament, man.
This is
I'm
going
not
to be
gonna
so
lie.
good.
This tournament is going to be lit. It'll be a good chance for us to see a lot of these players compete as well. Like we said, we haven't really gotten to see a good look at some of these guys, which just not everybody really streaming, right? We've kind of been watching people from different POVs and stuff. So it's been hard, but we're going to pick teams. It's all CDL pros. We have ARs on what, Ben? You're right. You got ARs next to you?
Let's explain before we do the draw. Let's explain the tournament because I think it's really important.
Okay, so
So-
you want to go? Go ahead.
Yeah, let me
explain.
give the quick spiel. So we have the participants in this tournament are all 12 CDL teams. We have split the members of those teams into groups of ARs and groups of subs, 2 from each. We're going to draw that and we're going to make these mixed teams. They're going to go into a 12-team double elimination bracket. We're going to seed it with a free-for-all tomorrow. So we actually need to pick the free-for-all map. We'll do it off stream. So we're going to kick it off with a free-for-all tomorrow. Top 4 players, 1 player from each team is going to go in that free-for-all. Top 4 players and their teams will get buys. Everybody else will play through the bracket. Bada bing, bada boom. We're paying out top 3. 75K is a prize pool, so whoever wins is getting a lot of coin to take home before Thanksgiving. So, whenever you guys are ready, we can start this thing.
Yeah, it's a really big prize pool. A lot of people were telling me to pull up Damon's tweet. Let's see what he had to say. Damon, 20K divisional champs. I can now buy some Pokimane cookies. Is what Damon Barlow came out with.
Yo, hold on. Do not buy those fucking shitty cookies.
Dude.
Damon,
scam.
Damon is hilarious.
What's up, Kason?
How's it going, guys? How's it going, guys?
Kason, what did you want to say, Kason? What did you want to say, bro?
Ben, what the fuck does them playing in Vancouver have to do with their play?
Oh, you're not listening, Kason. It's cold outside.
Bro,
they're not playing at Lambeau Field outdoors.
Bro, this happened in Minnesota, bro. This happened the Minnesota team.
No, you're not understanding, Kason. It's below freezing. They're going to be bad at Skid Row Hardpoint.
I understand perfectly what he's saying. Listen, we had the Minnesota players after the Cold War season come on here because the org had talked about, well, they're going to play half the year in Dallas and half the year in Minnesota. We had the team come on. We said, what does this mean? They said, to be honest, we were in Minnesota, especially in the middle of the season. Like, it affected us. I think
can I give you a counter argument to this?
With most of the players emigrating to Canada are not Canadian citizens other than Inder. Like, I think that is a factor they have to deal with their team. I think that's a fair
They get some free healthcare, man. Hold on.
Yeah, which I tip, obviously. And they have a
I think you're fading on that take, personally. It's like the crowd. It's like how you said the crowd was making FaZe nervous. Like that take, too.
But can I tell you, here's the thing. Here's the thing to counter that tape, right? Like, let's just say the NBA players. They'll go to, like, some random-ass team like Milwaukee because there's no fucking distractions in Milwaukee. You go to fucking Vancouver. What is there to do in Vancouver? Probably fucking nothing.
Reason in the
so
NHL,
you're going to play COD. You're going to play COD
There's a reason in the
all day.
NHL that the players want to go to Vegas and not fucking Winnipeg. My guy, like...
Well, listen, let's just
like,
move on
issue.
and let's pick some teams for the tournament tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Benji, Nasib, and Gersh. They are going to be pulling from the trophies.
Yeah. Wait, what teams are
Let's see
on
what teams we come up with here.
What teams are on what side?
So I have the AR pot next to me, so I will start. I will draw an AR, and then we'll discuss. Obviously, there's a chance that when I pull an AR, that Gersh may pull their actual duo. If that happens, we'll put it back, the card back in, and draw another pair. And again, we will seed the bracket tomorrow, so just keep in mind on that. So whenever you guys are ready, I'll start.
Yeah, bracket, we might just rig that shit so we can get the best matchups.
Place versus Scrappy, round 1. Let's go.
All right, so first AR duo. Coming out.
All right, here we go.
Tom, you got a drum roll on that soundboard?
Probably not yet. I could add one though. I definitely got to add a drum roll to this.
There's a nice Halo trophy, by the way. There's the Halo World Championship.
Yeah,
trophy
those trophies are really nice. I hope we see some of those in Call of Duty. Hope to see some of those, man. Look
we
at
have
those.
We have the champ trophy right behind
Ben, you're
us.
waffling. Who's on the card?
Who's on the card, Ben? We're all anxious over here.
Our first draw is going to be the AR duo from New York. It is going to be. I'm showing it to the camera like I'm doing the camera. It's Guys and Sib is our first AR duo. So they cannot play with Paco. They cannot play with Kiz. So Gersh, you want to go ahead and draw who they will be playing with?
Also, Ben, look at your pokes real quick. All right, just looking out for you. Okay, you know what I mean? Just look. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Pull the other one, man. Pull the other one.
Right.
Ben, your balls are out.
Too much thigh.
You're showing too much thigh. Ben. I'm gonna need you to calm it down.
Ben,
Okay,
I don't want to get.
Ben, we don't want Ben 10 just coming out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Ben, hide them balls. Ben, hide them balls. Hide them balls.
Go ahead, Gersh. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, bro.
I don't want to get too excited, but this is going to be a fucking good-ass team. We got Pred and Shotzi.
Wow.
New York AR duo.
Skies, Sib,
Little top 4 duo.
and
Shotzi.
Shotzi.
That's a good team.
Little top 4 duo off rip.
I'm going to write these down on a little notepad. You think
Mid?
he's saying mid? You think mid, bro?
Round 1 upset. Round 1 loss.
Gersh also writing it down in his doc, so we got that. All right, so that's our first team. I'm
Alrighty.
gonna go ahead and draw the next one. Let me shuffle real quick here.
Draw the next one, man. Draw it up.
All right, our
What do we
next
got there,
AR
Ben?
duo. Next AR duo from the Boston Breach is going to be Slasher and Priestess. So
All right, nice.
they cannot play with either Capsule or Snoopy. So go ahead and draw who they'll be playing with.
Go ahead, Gersh. What do you got over there, bro? Give us the good stuff, man.
We got Hook and Abuza.
Hook
Holy
and
shit.
Abuza.
Austin and
Brewster
Kyler
and
back together.
Slasher.
They're back, bro. They're back. Hook, Abuza, Priesta, and Slasher. Look at that, man.
I love how all the sub duos are just like technically an AR and a sub.
Is this single limb?
No, double it.
No, double.
Thank
Wait,
God
is
it's
that
double.
first team? Is that first team playing this team?
No, these are just
No. These are
we
we're
have
just
the
making
bracket
teams right now.
after.
Yep, haven't made a bracket yet. All right, let's keep it rolling, man. We got Hookah, Booza, Priesta, and Slasher. That's gonna be team number 2. Benji Nassim, what do you got for us, brother?
All right. Our next AR duo will be the AR duo from Seattle. So we have Arcides and Illy.
All right, we got
So,
Arcides.
their sub duo is already picked, so no danger here of us having to redraw with any of the subs remaining.
Yeah, all the sub duos in Gersh's pot praying not to get picked right now.
No,
love pot.
come on. They've been going crazy. Inder's been going crazy in these tournaments, Pat. He's won like everything. Go ahead,
Oh,
Gersh.
okay.
Oh shit, we got Afro and Joey D. Joe Deceives.
Afro and Joe Deceives
Joe
from the
can't get
LA
away from
Kings.
Alec, bro.
Oh,
Joe
Joe.
cannot get away from Alec, bro.
Oh, that's fucking
They're
tough.
back.
Father and son are back.
I'm fucking tweaking.
That's tough.
Father and son
Oh
are
my
back,
God.
ladies and
What
gentlemen.
the draw dictated. So, all right, I'll go ahead and draw the next one.
Holy
Go ahead,
shit.
Ben. Keep it spinning. Keep it going. What do you got, brother?
We have the Carolina Royal Ravens AR duo, Clayster and Goddard X. So they cannot
right.
play with Gwen and Real, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Got our X and Clay. Gersh, dig your hand in there. What do you got, brother?
Oh shit, we got Snoopy and Capsidal.
Snoopy and Capsidal. We got the
That's an
Boston
interesting
Breach
team.
duo.
I like that,
That
dude.
actually might be a pretty underrated
That
team.
might
That's
be
a good
weird,
team.
but
Yeah.
good team.
What?
We'll see.
What?
Not
Clay
like
just
that
got to
team.
his knees.
What?
No, actually, no. I think this team actually.
Clay
won't be
just
bad.
fell to
I
his
think this
knees.
team-
I think that team might actually be really
That
good.
team actually might be.
Oh, what do you
Yeah.
mean, bro? In a
That
good
team is
way or a
sleeper.
bad way?
All right, next
That
team
way.
up here.
That has said
We
a
have-
positive thing this whole
all right.
episode.
Next up, we have the AR duo from the Vegas Legion, Attach and Purge. So
Okay,
they cannot
let's
play
add 'em.
with Stanley and the boys. So go ahead and pick your.
We
Next
got
set.
Purge and Attach.
Hero.
Let's see who those sub duo is going to be for this one. Gersh, who do you got for us?
We got Gwyn and Real.
We got Gwen and Real from
Alright.
Just be one of their
Respect
rosters.
to Attach, but that's got to be the worst team ever put together.
what?
Bro,
That could
Bro,
just be
what
one
did-
team.
Bro,
Solid
Gwen and
spot.
Real have been playing well.
That team is fucking ass.
Bro, they've been playing well.
Yo,
Alright,
how are we
just
just
saying,
gonna
bro.
flame every roster that's playing in
They've
the
actually
flank
been
tournament?
playing
What is wrong
good.
with
They've
you
actually been
guys?
playing good.
Yo,
bro.
yeah,
Like-
that's just my team.
Yeah, that's K-Side's opinion.
Yeah.
What do you guys
K-Side
think?
is
Drop
off
it
the
down in the
podcast. What the fuck is
comments
wrong with
below.
you
But
guys?
Gwen,
K-Side.
I think the
This
biggest
is
thing
how
is
we should
Real's
draft
gonna be
the CDL teams every season.
Real's gonna be
Holy
playing on
fuck.
110 ping, so that's probably not gonna be fun for him. Gwen and Rialdo have been playing really well, and I am really excited to see Purge in action. We haven't seen a lot of Purge.
Yeah, we
know
have
what
FaZe
Dylan
and
Pat's
Toronto on
brings
the
to
board,
table.
bro. We might get some spicy rosters.
Dylan's been
right here.
grinding Search, so
shit.
I don't know. I feel like that's a good team, but I think I don't know. I don't know if I agree with Case on
You're
that
being
one.
generous. You're being
Yeah,
generous.
we got
Maybe. Go ahead.
we got half of Optic, all of Toronto, and all of FaZe
Go
left.
ahead, Ben. Who do you
Our
got?
next AR duo will be the AR duo from the Miami Heretics, Vickle and Lucky. So let's see who they're
Okay.
playing with.
Nah, it's about to
Cannot
be
play with
Simping
the
a
others
Beezy, bro. I
either,
could
so-
tell.
You
I'm
think so?
foreseeing
You
the
think
future.
it's
Nah, I'm
you
foreseeing
think
the
it's Simping a
future.
Beezy
Watch
here?
this. Watch this. I'm gonna conjure it up.
Let's
You
see what
watching?
we got here, folks.
Wait,
ahead,
Let's
read
see.
out loud.
What'd you say?
Simping a Beezy.
We got Fame and Estru.
That's what I said. Fame and Estru.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Lord.
We got
shit.
Fame,
Oh, shit.
Esriel,
That's they're the
Vickle,
same players, right? That's
and
the same people.
Lucky.
Dude, this is a, it's a,
Listen. I spoke too soon. That is the worst team.
That's crazy, bro.
it's a
Dude,
whole
come
challenge
on.
team.
As a challenge
Nah.
team.
It's literally an entire challenge team.
Next up, our AR duo from the Minnesota Rocker. We got Lamar Accuracy and Big Awake.
Oh,
Let's see what they're
alright,
playing
let's
with. They
see.
cannot play with
God, I
Reason,
wish
they
the
cannot
Boston
play
sub
with
duo was on the board. Fuck.
Limbs.
Oh shit.
Simping
We
a
got
Beezy would be
Simpin' a
crazy.
Beezy.
That's a good
Beezy,
team.
Lamar, and Big Wake is a very good team.
That is a good team. I actually really
That's a
like
very-
that team.
That's actually a very good team.
Yes. Now we got Simp and Abe playing with Big Wake is going to be interesting. I feel like that'll be an interesting trio. And then Lamar, hearing Lamar play with them, I don't know. We'll see how that goes, bro. We'll
Simping a
see.
Beezy, you're gonna have a new level of appreciation for Stellium.
You think so?
That's crazy.
All right.
Keep it rolling,
pissed,
man. Keep it
bro.
rolling. Keep it
Keep it
rolling,
going,
bro.
baby.
We've got the AR
Yeah,
duo from
disrespected,
Optic.
bro.
Dashi
Oh, here we go.
and
Come on.
Kenny will be next up.
Dashy and Kenny.
Give me a Toronto sub duo
Rashad's
right
in,
here.
I was gonna say.
Oh,
Give me a
man,
Toronto
the
sub duo
Toronto
right
sub
here.
duo
Super
is
team
Give me a
still
Toronto
on
sub
the
duo,
map.
and I'll
Potential
fucking take my
super
pants
It's
team.
off.
Scrappy's still on the map too for the AR duos.
I'll
We
take my
got
pants
Hydra
off.
and Kiz.
Oh,
Wait, they did a
roster.
switcheroo.
Ooh.
That's a rock. Yo, Hydra's
Shit.
finally on Optic, chat. Look, Hydra's finally on Optic.
That team is
That's
that team is
crazy.
fucking
What the
crazy.
That's a good team right there.
That's a really
That's
good
fucking
team.
crazy,
That is
bro.
a good
Yo,
team.
holy shit.
Damn, I like that a lot, actually.
They should make that team change for real.
That's actually a
Alright.
good team, dude. That's a really
Next
good
up,
team.
we have what I actually think is not that bad of an AR duo. It's the AR duo from LAG, so Assault and Diamond Con. Let's see who.
You don't think that's a bad AR duo?
No.
Assault and Diamond Con gonna be
I
the
think
AR
Diamond Con
duo
got
here.
Nah,
screwed
they're okay.
last year, bro. Like,
Nah, they're alright.
I actually think Diamond Con's pretty good, bro. I think he's a good
I
player.
think I fucking.
Mr.
screwed last
Khan's
year.
good.
think Connor
Alright,
can play, man.
Assault, Diamond Con, and Kleenex and Envoy. Damn, bro.
Ooh, so that is
I
where
think
the
that- I think
Toronto
that team's
Ultra team
actually
is gonna
decent.
go.
I think that's a decent
Wait, I'm
team.
excited to watch these guys play
That's
because
a
we give
decent
the
team.
LAG people a lot of shit, but like they got some good. They got actual like
Yeah, that's a good team.
known good sub duos on their team. I want to see how they play.
It's a
We'll
decent
see.
fucking team, bro.
Kleenex, Envoy, Assault, and Diamond Con gonna be next on the list. Ben, who do you got for the next
Who's
one?
playing with FaZe, bro?
Well,
We got here.
speaking of FaZe, we have
There it
the
is.
AR duo from FaZe. Will be one of our. It's the third to last team here. Cell and Draws, and our AR so duo is already picked. So
All right, let's do it.
we
We
can-
got
we'll see who they
Celium
play
and
with.
Draza for the AR
Who can
duo.
they
If
get?
I pull some fire shit,
think it's
I'll-
Vegas.
I want to see a vivid lens here.
A
think- yeah, I
Shotzi
think it's
and
Vegas,
Bread would be
Seattle.
insane.
Another switcheroo.
Draza, selling, Shotzi
Seattle's
and
on
Bread would
board?
be crazy.
Oh yeah.
Run it.
Who do you got,
we got
Gersh?
Nero and Standy.
Ooh,
that's a weird team. But
That's a
that might
weird-ass
low-key be
team.
Pretty good.
That's a weird
Nero
fucking team.
and Standy coming in
With who?
with
Cell and
Celium
Draza.
and
Cell and
Draza.
That team might be decent, bro. Team might be
I was hoping
decent.
for a scrap standy angle there. I can't lie.
Scraps
Scraps-
it AR.
Oh my god, we should.
I know, if you got
If he got on the same team as Standy, that would have been
been good.
absolutely insane,
Well,
dude.
speaking of Scrap, he's next up with Jamie. So let's see who they get. Their sub duo is already picked. So
All right, Scrappy
which means he didn't
and
fuck up the draw, which is nice.
Insight. Boom. There we go. Let's keep it going. Who do you got for us, Gersh?
Vivid and Lens.
Vivid
That's a good
and
team.
Lance.
That's
a good team.
That's a good team.
That's a good team.
That is a good team. That is a really good team.
All right,
Scrap
there's
is
only one.
We already went over this in the DM. Scrap 25
Yo,
gifted
Ernie
per
said
player for the
respin.
duo
Scrap,
for a
scrap for a
respin.
respin.
25 gifted per player for a respin. We went over this.
25 gifted. For
Oh
play.
shit.
We went over
Well,
this,
we've
bro.
got the wait, do we what card do you have?
Yo, Draza says
Well,
say on
Sayers
God.
first, bro. I know who I have.
Yeah, they tried to
I-
respin. That's
I have
crazy.
Ghosty and Cammy.
And then I have what's supposed to be Eric Boom and Journey.
Okay,
Okay,
so
perfect. There you go.
Ghosty,
Jesus.
That team
I
is
was like-
fucking dog shit. Oh my god.
Bro,
Cammy,
it's not that bad, bro. Why do you disrespect anyone that's not
It's-
like FaZe
it's-
Toronto or
and
whatever?
Eric
It's
Bro.
not
Team's ass.
You're
disrespect.
Bro,
fucking
Kason,
haters,
every single one of these
You're
players, all
fucking
48
hater.
players here would absolutely mop the floor with you, Kason.
No, wait.
They would
Tommy,
mop
no fucking
the
shit.
floor with you,
Kason,
bro.
No, wait. I can't
Kason,
say
you want to say
anything.
what you said in chat? You want to say what you said in chat? We're talking about LAG. What did you say in chat earlier about
Someone
LAG?
said an owner. You're right. I shouldn't be saying any of this. You're
No,
absolutely
what
right.
did you say in chat about LAG earlier?
What did I say? I said they're fucking ass.
Yeah, but what did you say about
Don't
you?
you?
and LAG?
Are you like a part owner?
Not
Yeah.
LAG.
No, you said something in chat about LAG. Do you want to back it up on stream now or no?
Bro,
Like
I
you
obviously
said.
trolled. I obviously trolled and said I could play for the team. Obviously, guys, I fucking suck. No shit. I fucking suck. Okay.
All right, well, let's
Wait.
take a look. Let's take a look at these teams. All right, I'm gonna try and not make it a flashbang for you guys. Hold on, let me.
He's gonna flashbang. That's all.
I'll
No,
be
no,
honest,
I-
this
I
tournament's
think
going to be
we might.
competitive.
This is gonna be a
simply
competitive
because
tournament.
That is-
simply because there's actually probably like 2-3 rosters that clear, and then everyone else is like, what the fuck?
Listen,
Yeah.
guys, you know this from watching H all the time. Mega super teams don't always win these tournaments, bro. Like,
So we have Pred, Shotzi, Sib, and Skies, who, in my opinion, I think that's going to be a really good team. I think that team has a lot of slime power, so that
could be
team's just going to
really
be going
trolly too,
crazy.
though.
Could
really
definitely
trolly.
get trolly for sure. We got Hook, Abuza, Priesta, and Slasher. I'm really excited to watch that team play because we're going to see Abuza playing a sub, and I haven't seen a lot of Abuza, so I'm excited to watch
No,
him
we're
do his
not.
thing.
They're using 3 ARs.
Yeah, they'll use 3 yards for most maps, but they'll have 2 subs out for probably Karachi and we are going to be
Sub-base,
making
maybe?
yeah, maybe sub base. I don't know, sub base I think might be a 3 AR, but and then we got Afro, Joe Deceives, Illy, and Arcides. So we have Joe coming back with Arcides. Illy, he's been like crazy in these tournaments, bro. Like all these kickoffs, all
Wait, I
these
just
early
realized that Optic in New York just traded rosters.
Yeah.
I didn't
yeah,
realize that.
that's
That's
kind
funny.
of wild. Yeah.
And then we got Snoopy, Capsule, GodRx, and Clayster. I think that's going to be a fun team to watch. Clay's going to be with 2 different subs, which I think will be interesting for him. And we got Gwyn, Riao, Purge, and Attach. Honestly, that team, I feel like is going to be a sleeper team. I feel like some people are kind of writing those guys off. I could see that team being a good team. I just don't know how they're going to mesh with each other. We'll see how they can play with one another. Fame, Estriel, Vickle, and Lucky. Personally, I think that team... I think that team might struggle compared to the rest of these teams.
That might be a bye.
I don't know. I just haven't seen... I don't know anything about Estriel, bro. I haven't seen him play at all, so I'm excited to watch him play. Vickle has thrown me off with this AR thing. I thought he was running a sub and then occasionally pulling out an AR. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I think they are good.
Simp, Abizi, Accuracy, Big Wake.
That team's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, that team will be good. I think they have a lot of slaying power, and it would be fun just to hear Lamar com with them. You know, like hearing Lamar in the comms with Atlanta FaZe, just to see how kind of they mesh. I think that'll be interesting. We got Dashi, Kenny, Hydra, and Kismet.
That seems crazy.
That
good-
team's,
that's a good
I
squad
think,
right there.
based
Yeah,
off
it's draws,
what we
25 per
pulled,
draws.
yeah, I think that might be one of the stronger teams, in my opinion, if not the strongest. I think that team is pretty well rounded. And then we also got Kleenex, Envoy, Assault, and Diamond Con coming in hot.
Sleeper team.
Some players are asking, I think some players actually want to give 25 for the respin. Let's go to a community vote. Should we allow players
I think
Yes,
we should.
yes,
to
yes,
come
absolutely.
in and drop bombs
Yo,
for a
no,
respin?
Yeah.
Nah,
we're about
So
to.
this is what
25
would
is a
happen
lot of
if we
money.
were
That's a lot of
to
money.
respin. We would have
How would
to.
that work, though?
You dip
Wait,
back
no,
in,
so-
you pick a
so
duo,
it's-
and then you just swap with the duo they get. So I was just joking when I was talking about. I was just joking. Like I think that she's
You have a
like.
problem though, buddy. The ZooMAFia said yes.
Yeah, now the community did come in and
Oh my
say
God,
yes,
Scrappy
and,
gifted 50.
and Scrappy did get 50. Scrappy came
Does that
in
mean
and
two
Oh, it's over.
respins?
gifted 50. Scrap. I might gift those back to you, motherfucker. Yeah, I just said don't gift, and you just gifted 50.
Oh man.
I think that's cheese, bro. I think that's cheese. Personally.
Wait, who was Scrap C? Wait, who was Scrap C? What are you
Yo,
upset about?
Tom
The
kept the
Vivid
50 subs and kept it moving. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, bro, I'll give it back to him. I'll literally give him back all the cash that he just gifted. I have no problem with that.
Wait, who's Scrappy's team? I don't even see him on there. Am I
Yeah,
blind?
yeah, who's
There's,
his team?
there's a couple teams that aren't on here.
Site Vivid Lens.
Yeah, there's a couple teams that aren't on here.
Because Tom's got to scroll down.
They're throwing tomatoes, bro. Listen. I
Tom,
don't
can
know.
you expand the window? Did you write them all down?
Yeah, these are all the team. No, then we also got. Let me drag it down so you can see
Tom-
everybody.
Scrappy's on the phone with his credit card company disputing that charge.
Nah.
I'll put this one because I already had it on.
But
Listen,
ZooMAFia.
we did
ZooMAFia
go-
has 60% respins.
we did go to a community vote, but chat, you guys don't think that'd be a little cheese if we changed up the teams? But
I don't know,
if people were
people
coming
might
in,
want the cheese. That's the thing.
people might want
will
the cheese. I mean, I'm
The
down.
problem
I'm
is you'd
down
have to
do it.
respin the
I'm
whole
down.
thing.
I don't know. How would you go backwards?
No,
and
you don't.
redo
There's some
someone's
pretty
team?
awful teams.
You would have to
out
just
there.
We
redo it.
really didn't think this through, did we?
Here's
You
the thing.
would
Here's the
have to
thing.
respin the whole tournament.
Respin might be a negative thing. You know what I mean? Like if they come in and want to respin, like they could get a duo that they might have liked their original duo. You know what I mean? So it could also hurt them. I am getting peer pressured right now into just doing it, bro. We should just throw the names back in a hat and just do it because the community's going crazy.
We're just doing a complete reset.
I think you should do a whole reset.
Wait.
Wow.
How about
No,
this?
not a whole
How about
reset,
this?
bro.
How about this? How about you just throw all the sub duos back into the pot except for Envoy and Kleenex, because Scrappy's the one who gifted. He gets the respin. So you'll pull out of those 11. You'll pull a sub duo. And then he'll pick whether they keep or he keeps his current team or he goes to the new one that
I
they
just
pulled.
got a text message from Dylan Envoy. He said, I'm ready to drop 100 gifted. So
I have
listen,
13, man.
we might just need to go for it, bro. We might need to just
That's
go
That's
for
what
it.
I'm saying. Just put
have
11
to-
teams
But
back
what-
in.
But what if they
That's
what if
what
they
it is.
might get a
No.
duo that they don't like? They're gonna get a duo that they don't
Yeah,
want.
but Tom, they get to either keep it, like keep their current duo, or go with the new duo. Like they have to
giving
make a
people
choice.
mulligans, bro.
Tom, this is
And,
what I'm
and
telling
if they
you, bro.
go with the new duo, then you just swap the whatever duo you
Yo,
steal.
New
You just
York
swap
and
the
Optic
other.
are dead ass just fell to their knees in a Walmart.
That's the best way to do it.
New
That's the
York and
best way to
Optic
do
are
it.
dead ass on their
Alright,
knees in
so-
Walmart
alright,
right
the
now.
Only the
community has
people who
voted,
gift-
we'll do it. The
Only the
community
people
has
who
voted,
gift
we'll do it.
benefit.
Wait,
We're doing a full ass respin?
No.
No,
Just
no,
put the
no.
11 teams in.
Yeah,
Just put
so
the 11 sub duos
everybody
in.
in, but Toronto Ultras team, since Scrappy came in with a 50, they get a respin. All right, so we'll see what happens. We'll
So
do the
to
respin.
take Kleenex.
We can't make
Bridget's
everybody
fine.
happy.
Wait. So you're
Yeah.
saying if somebody else gives 50, they will also get a respin?
Yeah, they could
Take
get the
one out
respin
for
too.
now.
Yeah,
No
exactly.
way, bro.
And
Draza
Draza
just
dropped
gifted
50.
50.
All right, so Draza and Scrappy get respins.
Dude, we're just respinning the whole fucking
No,
thing.
we're not.
No, we're
Start-
not.
No, we're
No, we're
not.
not.
Start
We're
with
doing
Yo,
Scrappy.
how did Tom finesse this?
So
I'm
just
not letting this
draws
slide.
Bro, they want to do it.
Bro,
Everybody
just
wanna do it.
start with
Let's get a win
Scrappy.
over here.
Start with
Let's get a win over
Scrappy.
here.
Start with Scrappy.
I'm ready. when
Whatever
y'all
you
are.
get, you only get one opportunity for respin. Go ahead, Gers. Pull the name. Who do you got, brother?
This is to go with Scrap.
Yep. This is the go with Scrappy.
Who they
Scrappy
currently have right now.
I hope it's Standy.
and Insight.
I hope it's fucking.
If it's
They
Sandy,
currently-
that'd be hilarious.
They currently have Vivid and Lynn, so let's see what they got. Oh, dude. God fucking damn it.
Fuck, dude. They got Hydra and Kiz.
They got Hydra
shit.
and Kismet. So Scrappy and Insight are getting
Well,
Hydra
they were gonna pick that one either way.
Yeah.
and Kismet.
Nah, you're about to get 700 gifted.
All right, so now you gotta throw. Who was Hydra and Kismet with before?
They were with Ken
Dashy
and
and
fucking
Kenny. So
Bruce.
now Vivid and
Yo,
Lynn.
Ken
Okay,
just
so
got
now
home.
they got Lynn's and Vivid then.
Kenny just fell to his knees. Kenny just fell to his knees.
Kenny, Lynn's Vivid.
Yeah.
Fell to his
Yo,
fucking
Ken,
knees.
hold that. Yo,
Ken's
Ken with the
pipe.
50 gifted. Thank you
Ken
so
just got
much, bro.
robbed, dog.
Yo,
Bro,
that
he
Quavo Ken with 50 gifted.
Ken's not showing up.
We just got a respin. The teams have shifted. Gers, pull another sub duo out the
Yo,
hat, brother.
Wait, you should hold on. You should update it first. You should update it
I
first.
did.
Tom.
I did
Oh
update
my
it.
god.
Oh,
Yo,
okay,
Ken
yeah.
just got fucking
All right, so we-
slammed.
Come on.
I will say this: all the money that is gifted, we will donate to charity. We'll find a charity and we'll donate it there for
like
sure.
that.
Yeah, we'll
Wait, so hold on.
definitely do
Who's Draza giving up here? Who's on his team currently?
Vivid and Lynn's.
that. He's got Draza and Cell,
Oh,
have
no, he's with
Nero
Nero
and
and
Standy.
He's with
Nero and
Okay,
Standy.
so he's gonna give up Nero and
So,
Sandy. Okay.
so here's
Yep.
the question: we have to put Hydra and Kids back in the pot, right? They could theoretically draw Hydra and Kids,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah,
Yes.
correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I hope they
that'd be
do.
They
great.
can-
I
they can-
fucking pray
they
to
can-
God
they
they
can
do.
redraw 'em in.
They draw
I
Hydra-
pray to the Almighty
I
that they do,
really
bro.
wanted to see
Spin it
this.
up, Gers. Spin it
Please
up with
give
your
me that.
hand. Spin it up,
All
brother.
right, so Cell and Draws are currently playing with
All right,
Nero
look,
and
look, look,
Standy.
now
Yep,
rigged, now
spin it
rigged.
up.
I'm mixing this
Yeah,
shit.
and don't look.
Please
Don't
give
look
me that.
either.
No
Kids.
hot and cold cards. We're
Don't
not doing
look,
any
Gersh.
dips,
Look the
certain
other
ass
way when you
bullshit
pull
here.
it.
Loaded dice. I can feel it.
Yep.
All right.
Who do you
This one's
got,
calling
bro?
my name.
Who do you got, dude?
Oh,
And a booza.
Hook and a booza.
But
Coming
they
in.
gave up who?
So Draza
No,
and
it's a combo.
Celium
That's a
gave
good
up
combo.
Nero
MC
and Standy
I'll be right
for
back.
Hoop
Oh,
and a
Nero
booza.
and Standy for Hook and a
MC Kyler
booza?
got some cam. That's
Yep.
That's solid. I like that.
So what's the other team now?
The team's actually low-key disgusting.
Who did-
MC Draza, Hook and Abusa is actually
Yeah, but who
really
does the other team go to
So
now?
the other team has Priesta and Slasher,
So
and then it's going to be
Priest,
Standy
Standy
and
and
Nero.
Nero. Yep. Standy and Nero. So it's Standy, Nero,
Boston
Priesta,
back-
and
That was
Slasher.
almost
Slasher.
that was
Yeah.
Boston.
good.
We just made Boston.
We just made fucking Boston, bro.
Yo,
Pretty much.
Who else gifted?
Envoy.
Envoy.
Envoy's
Envoy.
next.
Yep. Now you put the
So
ARs.
put everyone in except for
Scrappy
Scrappy and
and
Insight.
Insight.
Who might take
Yep.
me out, Ben?
So
Yep. Put
I
everybody
gotta draw the ARs now. So I have to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
Scrap and Insight. On.
in. Go ahead.
Yo, this is good. This episode lived up to the hype for sure. This is a clusterfuck.
I don't know. We're getting half booze and half. We're getting half W's and half
draw 'em.
All
L's.
right. So who are they
But it
currently
doesn't
playing with
matter.
right now?
It'll be fun
Envoy's playing
regardless.
with who?
Envoys with
Envoy-
Diamond Con and Assault.
Yeah.
But
Go
make
ahead,
sure you
man.
don't have their Scrappy
Yeah,
and
if I draw,
Insight
I'll
in.
draw another one.
Yeah, yeah. You're
Yeah,
good.
make sure
Oh.
Scrap and Insider in there.
They're
Let
playing
it
with
rip.
Diamond Con Assault.
Yep.
Their new teammates are now Accuracy and Big Wake.
Jesus, son.
Ooh, what the hell?
How'd
I
that feel,
mean-
Bill? How'd that feel?
So Accuracy and Big Wake. Oh wait. So you pulled Assault and Diamond Con?
No, I pulled
No. Or
Accuracy
you
and
pulled-
Big Wake.
Okay. And this is
Yeah.
and this.
I don't know why I'm
Okay.
holding it up because you can't
Tom.
fucking see it.
Okay, I got
it.
you.
So it's gonna be
Simp, Abizi, Assault, and Diamond Con.
yes, sir.
Lamar
Holy
just fell to
fuck!
his
Is that
knees.
what? Yo, y'all see that? Is that
Yo,
Tyler
yo.
on his knees in a Walmart?
Yeah, fucking.
What the fuck? Y'all see that?
Can I pay for their subs?
I was
I'm
gonna
not
say, bro, Chris, give.
Can I
give
pay?
50
Can I?
right
Can
now,
I?
dog.
Can I
Yeah.
pay for their?
Any donation will be going to charity. We'll definitely find a good charity to send that to for sure. I'm definitely down to do that, and then some. I'll throw some cash in as well.
Yeah, actually, some Thanksgiving.
All right, so
thing,
these are
something
what the
like
new teams are looking like. This is what we got over here. After some respins,
We should put a timer on like how long they can buy back in. Like how long?
nah, this is
before they
over.
can-
Nah, this is over unless they come in and this is done. Unless they come in and give to charity, it's done, bro. It's done. We got Prep.
Yo, that
Shotzi,
mulligan was
Sibs,
crazy by
guys.
Scrap. I got a tip. That mulligan was nuts.
that. Was
Oh, Simp back in.
man. We got another respin coming in hot, ladies and Jeremy.
Yeah, it was Tyler in a Walmart. I could see it.
Oh, I mean, right now they're with
It was Tyler in a
Yeah,
Walmart.
so
Alright,
take
well,
out
let's see what
Celium
happens.
and
fucking
yeah.
go, Chris. Thank God.
And there's
bro.
a Beezy with the
There's
25
Tyler.
gifted
They
as
split
well.
'em. Look at those.
Damn,
Look at those great
I
teammates.
swore
Look
I
at those
saw
great
it, bro.
fucking
I was
teammates
not trying to
right
watch
there.
that shit, bro.
There's a Beezy. All right, so let's see who you guys got. Let's go back to the drawing board.
Oh, I see. Okay. So they're currently playing with who?
The Assault and
and
Diamond
Diamond
Gun.
So I have drawn the LA Thieves air duo of Ghosty and Cammy.
Ghosty and Cammy.
Ghosty, Cammy, Simp, and Abizi.
So who
Ghosty.
are they with?
Means
So it's gonna be
Ghost-
Simp.
Cammy,
And then Ghosty and Cammy were with.
So
Eric
now
Boom
it's
and Journey.
now it's Eric Boom and
Eric Boom,
Assault and
Journey,
Diamond Con.
Diamond Con, and Assault.
Wait, isn't that? Aren't the
I
other
hope they win
LAG
it.
players partnered up with the Miami teams?
I hope they win it.
Diamond Con and Assault. Boom. Yep. So we got Journey, Eric Boom,
hope
Diamond
they
Con,
win
and
this shit.
Assault. We got Simp, Abizi, Ghosty, and Cammy that are gonna be coming in. So the rosters are switching up, man.
Yo, we got buys.
A little bit of a
This got
curveball.
Chaotic, bro.
We got
See,
buys.
we need
chaotic.
someone from Miami to come in and just throw a curveball and do a switch right now.
The curveballs are in, and this is what
I
we
can't
got.
believe this.
Unbelievable. All right,
This
these
is
are
great.
for what it's looking like right now. Unless we get
Tom
any
got
more
150 gifted because their teams were dog shit.
What time limit are we putting on
all
this
all
now?
of that money will
I say
100%
put like
be
five. I
going
say
to
put like
charity.
5 minutes. I say they put like 5 minutes.
No, 100%, bro.
Oh my god.
Bro, but like imagine Journey comes in right now with a gifted and just pulls like Celium and Draza.
No,
This is
I
a
say
never-ending
we
cycle.
give them. I say we give them 2 minutes. It's 7:59. They have till 8:01 to come in. 8:01 to come in and do what they gotta do.
Well, this is certainly a fucking development on this show.
Yep, and again, it is random, man. Just because you're
Yo, Ken was
respinning,
really the big loser. That's
it could be a
nuts.
good respin. It could be a
Not
bad
the
respin.
Cotties
So
and
just
I
keep
don't
that
know
in
what
mind.
Cinnamon
It's a
Johnson did.
gamble.
Yeah.
I'm confused why people are saying pay to win. It's literally
It's
just
a
a
gamble.
gamble.
It's a gamble.
Yeah, there's no pay to win. Like
Nah.
you're just gambling.
Nah, it's definitely a gamble.
I'm not paying for that shit.
Yeah, Kenny's not. He's done, bro. He's good.
Wait, hold on. Ken's team is good, bro. Why are we disrespecting recent
Nah,
wins?
Ken's team
Like,
is fun.
Yeah,
Their team
Vivid
is
and
good,
Lens is
bro.
definitely a good roster. A good roster to
like,
have.
they're
Dashy,
gonna
Kenny,
be
Vivid, and
chilling,
Lens is
dude.
good for
This is
sure.
pretty much eights. Reese is
Ben,
really,
Ben, I actually don't know if
perfect
you've
spot.
ever said a team is bad ever. You're such a nice guy. I feel like you're just
bro,
always.
I have roasted teams. The problem is you like, dude, like, I don't know. Sometimes people come on the
Ben
show,
gets cooked,
and if
bro.
people are in a Toronto optic or phase, they get disrespected, and
Dude,
like, I
remember-
don't
remember
agree
when you
with
and
that.
Well, it's
Dashy
not.
were
Well,
beefing?
I wouldn't say it's disrespect. It's like
Where
it's like
the
not liking
fuck
someone's
that- what
song.
the
You know what I mean?
Where the fuck did that just come from?
I feel like there's a lot of storylines now too. We have to see who dropped who, because that's gonna be some good storylines for tomorrow as well.
I
To
just
see
want champs, bro.
if anybody paid for a respin, they definitely
Nah,
took
bro.
the gamble.
Here's
Could
the
add
thing.
some little
Scrappy,
storylines for
bro.
sure.
Someone just said Scrappy paid for a better team. He could have got a worse team.
He
Like,
could've.
you don't watch somebody win at a slot machine like, oh, he paid for that bonus.
There's no
Like
power,
that's not how it
power
works.
suggestion to get the pick, and I was like, fuck that. They get drawn. If they want to draw again, they gotta pay more money. Like,
Yeah, and definitely all the money will 100%. We gotta find a good charity to send that to.
so we're gonna find a good like holiday.
If anybody
do,
recommends
we
one,
should
drop
do
it in the
November.
comments. Drop it in the comments down below, especially
we
in the
could do
YouTube video.
November.
We'll definitely
yeah,
send
people get
it
some
off.
suggestions.
Yeah. We'll send the money
Yeah.
somewhere where it'll benefit somewhere else. But yeah, this is looking like what our teams are gonna be here. We got Pred, Shotzi, Sib, and Skies, Standy, Nero, Priesta, Slasher, Afro, Jodeci's, Illy Arcides, Snoopy,
Hey, you forgot a
Capsule,
T on
Goddard,
Ghosty.
and Clayster. I forgot a T on
Ghosty is
Ghosty. Oh yeah, I
crazy.
put Ghosty. Ghosty,
bro.
boom. Gwyn,
And
Real,
Ghosty.
Purge, Attach, Fame, Estro, Vico, Lucky, Simp, Abizi, Ghosty, and Cammy, Dashy, Kenny, Vivid, and Lins.
Let's fucking
Oh,
go.
We got
God.
Illy
Let's
with a
fucking go,
50
bro.
bomb.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, hey, shout out Illy, dog.
Illy
Shout out
and
Illy.
Arcee's
He's a belt
looking to
Holy
get rid of
shit.
Jodeci and Afro. They're looking to make
Jesus.
a change. Damn, there are team changes
Yeah,
left.
this is a
Alright,
shit.
Yeah,
show.
right.
Well
Arcee's
respectful.
Illy. All right.
This is getting interesting. This is getting
This
real
is a
interesting.
shit show. I fucking love it.
Here we go. Let's go back to the drawing
God,
board.
please take one of the duos. Bro, please
That's what I'm
take
saying.
one of the
Like,
duos.
get a good one.
Let's go
yeah.
back.
Please
to
take
Gersh
Kiz
and
and
Ben.
fucking Hydra. Please take Kiz and Hydra.
Tell me when to pull one.
Scraps
Pull
an
one. Go
infinite
ahead.
money glitch.
You're
Please
good.
take Kiz and Hydra.
Pull it. Afro and Jodeci's will be going somewhere else. Who will be replacing him?
Yeah, we're gonna have to redraw that one.
I pulled Afro and Jodeci.
Yeah, we're gonna
No
redraw
way.
that one.
Alright.
We have to redraw that one.
All right, go ahead.
Teams that paid for
Simp and
respin should
Abeezy,
get
bro.
locked.
Holy.
Simp and a beezy.
Yo.
Wait, that's our cities, bro.
Yep. So that's Illy,
Whoa,
RC,
Faze.
Simp,
That's tough for Simp because he paid
Oh
more
my-
redraw.
and a beezy.
Wait,
Oh.
Lamar said the respin team should get locked.
The
agree
respin
with
team should
that?
get locked.
But it
Do we agree with
can't.
that?
They can't because then it would take away from the next respin. Like the point of it's
No,
a
you can't
gamble,
do that.
right?
No,
If
you
you
can't
lock
do
them,
that.
I'm just
then
saying what Lamar
people-
said. I'm not
it's-
agreeing with it.
All right. So who's wait?
It's
Simp and a
worse.
beezy, and
so
then
it's not locked.
and who's joining Ghosty and Cammy? Who's with Illy and RC's?
Joe Deceives and
Joe
Afro.
Deceives and
Word.
Afro.
Afro.
Joe Deceives and Afro. So it's Joe Deceives.
Well,
No,
we
that's a
can't-
full.
no,
that's, we can't
That's a
do
full
it.
team.
We
We can't
can't
do
do
that.
it,
You
bro.
gotta redraw.
Full
You gotta
LA
redraw.
Thieves
It's a
team.
full
See
team.
now we have a problem. Now we have a problem.
No, you gotta
Yeah.
you respin.
You gotta redraw. You gotta respin.
You redraw it.
All right, bet.
Redraw.
Veto.
That's crazy. They just lost full.
That's why I said we
That's
should
a
keep him
lucky
out.
bounce for Simp and Abeezy right there.
Yep. Go ahead.
Lucky
Respin it.
bounce.
Respin it.
All
Who do you
right,
got?
our season Illy are gonna be with Vivid and Lens, dude. Let's go.
We got Vivid and Lens with
Yeah.
Illy and Arcides.
And what
But-
about the other team? Let's make sure we can do
Wasn't
that.
that Kenny's squad before? So it'd be
Yeah, it
Kenny and
was.
Joe Deceives and Afro.
Yep.
Oh my God, it's LA
Dashi,
too. Ken's
Kenny,
back.
Joe Deceives.
All roads lead
And
back
Afro.
to LA.
Dude, that Bruce and Ken have been going through a fucking roller coaster.
That's
the
pretty.
last, like,
Actually,
10 minutes.
that's actually not bad. That's
Yeah,
that's
that's
pretty
making
good for
a good
both
Not bad.
teams. No.
It's not bad. It's a good trade. It's a good trade for
Illy just
sure.
hit a white in the chat.
At least that makes no sense. You only get one opportunity, man. That's it. That's all you get,
But
man.
It makes
This-
sense
my-
because you can't have a full squad. That's
My
the only
method,
reason.
my method would have fixed this. I'm just saying, but I didn't get to explain it.
Well, we're just making up shit as we go. Like, obviously.
Yeah,
this-
yeah,
You're good.
yeah.
You're
This
good. I
is-
just had a good
we're
method.
keeping it
More
like
scuffing
this
the
'cause this
controllers,
is
bro.
fun.
Let's go.
This is the
is
last
fun.
time we ever do repicks. Holy shit, this is
Yeah,
a
I was
terrible
gonna say.
fucking
This shit's
idea.
more scuffing the controllers.
Yeah, so this is what we got so far. The teams are changing up. The pros have been dropping people left and right. I don't know if this is going to be good for them or bad for them. I don't even know if some of these pros like the gamble that they took. I'm not sure how they're feeling about it, but this is what we have so far, man. So unless we get anything else, we'll give it another minute. It's 8:04. We'll give it to 8:05. We'll give it a minute and we'll cut it, bro. And these will be the
Wait,
teams going into tomorrow.
Now that I'm looking at this, I mean, aside from like Scrappy, Hydra, Kismet, and Insight, like these teams actually might have got more balanced.
Yeah, I think
in the
did kinda mess
redraws.
up.
Yeah, these got a little interesting. I'm not gonna lie. It changed up the flow a little bit for sure. It changed it up. Some curveballs have been thrown around, but I think we should just cut it, bro. Let's just cut it. I think this is it. This is it. Nobody else has came in. Let's just keep these as the team. Man, there's been a lot of team changes. I feel like these storylines just got crazy now. I
Holy
feel
shit,
like
Pack Rat is
now.
on
I think
Just
Scrap was the
feasting.
biggest winner of the redraws. To be
think,
honest, that was a
yeah,
good,
I think
good
Scrap
gamble out of him.
is-
Nah,
Scrap's got a
Scrap
good gamble.
mulligan into a
Typical-
Hydra
typical
Kiz is so typical.
Yeah, we'll
I
see.
know all the guys come on the show as chirp me, but I gotta tip him on that, you know.
But this is gonna do it, guys. We got $75,000 on the line, and these are the teams, man. This is what's going
Time for
on.
tournament tomorrow, Tom.
Tournament starting at 12 o'clock Pacific, and it's going to be 3 o'clock Eastern. So 3
What's
p.m.
the?
Eastern.
How are you deciding the bracket?
So the bracket, we're doing a free-for-all tomorrow. Ben already explained this, but we'll explain it again. Free-for-all tomorrow. Everybody's going to select one player from their team. Top 4 in the free-for-all get buys. And then it'll just be
Oh,
randomized.
that was what I came up with last year on the
Yeah,
flank.
we're doing the same thing as last year.
Yeah.
Same exact thing. Same exact thing. So
Got Pride in the chat saying he likes his team.
yeah, we'll get into it.
What map should the free for all be on?
We could get figure it
Rust?
out tomorrow. Probably
Scrapyard.
Scrapyard. Yeah, probably Scrapyard.
Rust?
I'm down for Scrapyard.
Scrapyard.
And in the map set, we're just gonna manually make a map set for each round. And
Oh,
we're
it
gonna
should
choose-
for
I
sure
have
be
it- I have it
Rust.
80%
Nah, Russ would
done,
be
I
a
guess I should.
cluster.
Yeah,
That's
we're
the
gonna-
point.
That's a fair point.
And
Yeah,
by the way,
Russ
does
might be
any
too
pros
small.
in the chat, last year y'all time torch the start time. Please get in the Discord 30 minutes before start time so we can run the shit instantly. Thank you.
Yeah, but that's gonna
Otherwise,
do it for the
I'm going to
teams.
Cook people live on stream.
So make sure you guys are ready to go, man. That's gonna do it for the teams. Those are locked in. $75,000 on the line. Things got real interesting, so I'm really excited for that one. I'm actually gonna be in the warehouse with Ben J. We're gonna be live from the FaZe Clan warehouse. So huge shout out to FaZe for setting everything up. Shout out to everybody who tuned in and everybody who's watching, man. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, anchor.fm/theflank to check out all the audio sites that we're on, and go follow @theflank on Twitter. Gert's doing a phenomenal job running socials. So go show Gersh some love. And of course, man, we are going to be looking for a charity since we did some respins. So if you guys have any recommendations, drop them in the comments down below, and we'll see where to send off some of that cash, man. I think we could send it off somewhere to where it'd be a good cause. So hope you guys enjoyed.
Pat on Cash App, the best charity you'll find, Tom.
Nah, absolutely not, folks. We can find something better than that.
Crowdfund.
But we'll see you guys at the next one. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the tournament. And yeah, man, we'll catch you guys later, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Take it easy.
Take it easy.